Hello, welcome. This is Maniac Tim from Tim's Maniac Sports, and week 6 is over. Lions are 5-1, as just about everybody knows. And one of the things that's being debated, are they the number one power ranking in the NFL? Uh, I was listening to um, Good Morning Football, and it was 50%. Two of them said they consider them the number one, and others said that, a couple others said that it looked like, they thought it was too early for them to be number one yet. Uh, Lions are actually, hey, how's it going? How's it going, Steve? Glad to see you're on. Yeah, I seen your post. Yeah, must have been man. I wish I could have been in Tampa. I'll tell you, that was one hell of a game. One hell of a game. We opened up a can of whip ass on them, that's for sure. So yeah. But how you doing? How's your day going? Yeah, I seen you. I just seen your post about. Well, I didn't read it because I just got in the door and I got right on my computer, man. Hey Kevin, hey, how's it going, buddy? Yeah, I see he liked my like. Yeah, I know that would have been great to go to Tampa. So how are you feeling about the Ravens? I mean, Lamar Jackson, running quarterback. You know, our running backs are kind of beat up right now. I mean, one thing you sure notice, you know, you sure notice that when Montgomery's not in there. I mean, he's definitely the best running back we got right now is Montgomery. Uh, I don't know how Gibbs is going to be. I heard that Montgomery is going to be hurt for, going to be out a few games. So, but we got two regular season games, then we get to bye. So hopefully he'll be out maybe one. Hopefully he'll be back by the week after next. Hey, yeah. Yeah, you are right. Reynolds does play well. Yeah, but it's still a step back from Montgomery. I mean, that guy. I mean, it's another dimension when you got Montgomery in there. David Montgomery. It's just there's something extra. The guy, he got great vision, and that's the great decision making. But yeah, Reynolds does well. Uh, we haven't seen Cleve White. We haven't seen Cleve Raymond, run one time too. So man, but I was gonna try to stream the game. Just try to stream my game or the Lions game, and I'll tell you it's like right when the darn Lions game started, it was like I just started coughing. I couldn't stop, so that's why I didn't really stream the game. You know, otherwise I would have streamed that game for sure. You know, but the defense played very well. Yeah, I mean they allowed they didn't allow a touchdown. Only two field goals, and that was it. I mean that was great. But I don't see why they were making the big deal about those ugly orange uniforms. I mean those uniforms are ugly. I don't care what any. I know Grandizer says he likes them and stuff, But I don't like those ugly orange uniforms. They to me they do nothing for the team. You know, I mean, I'll admit the symbol with a knife in the mouth. That's kind of cool, but those creamsicle or tangerine, those orange uniforms just doesn't do it for me. But I was one of those ones that liked it when Tampa changed to the new uniforms. But I, I'll tell you, we definitely showed Tampa what a real team we are. So how are you feeling about the? I mean, I don't know. Yeah. No, I don't like them. I mean, they're just it might be just me. I mean, even I mean, Good Morning Football. They were celebrating the creamsicle uniforms, and they had bought and you know, all they handed out to each and every one of them different Tampa Bay creamsicle uniforms last week before the game and stuff like that, and you know then they were really mocking the uniform. They said, "Man, I see why they changed from those uniforms because once they played in those uniforms, they they sucked." That's what they said on Good Morning Football. It's like, oh man, I mean, it's just I'm 50-50 on them, but I watch them with a outfit. So yeah, but I don't know why would you want to dress like a orange, a big orange. You know, I mean that's what they look like. I mean, but okay. I mean, I'll tell you, some of the old Lions uniforms though, I don't know about some of them. You know, I mean, but at least they're not creamsicle. But Tampa actually said the reason they were that color was supposed to be because of the orange groves and stuff like that. But one thing, you sure can't miss a target like that. I mean, it's just like right there. I mean, you can't miss a target. And if you're aiming at somebody, you just can't miss them. I'll wear it to be different though, Tim. Yeah. Okay, I'll tell you what. If I when I get a when I get 1,000 subscribers, I'll go ahead and wear a creamsicle uniform as a thank you. Oh boy, that's what I'll do. My gosh, I got a ways to go yet, but yeah. So if these guys want to see me in the creamsicle uniforms, we gotta get people to start subscribing to my channel big time. I'll definitely wear the creamsicle. I mean that would be awesome. Oh boy. Okay. All right. Sure. All right. Yeah, that would be great. Let me go ahead and control control V. Control V. Richard. But that would be awesome. You know what? I'll tell you what. These fans, the lines are showing up everywhere. I mean, you look in those stands. Yeah, there was a lot of tangerine and stuff like that. A lot of orange. But shoot, OMG, that was something else, man. The Lions, the Lion fans, they're just taking over stadiums. I mean, every just about every game, you know. But there's been a lot of Lions fans that's been in hiding for so long, because they've been so embarrassed for so long that that now some are coming out of the woodwork. Then we have the long time line fans that's stuck through them thick and thin and stuff. And you also you look at Florida. I mean, that's like one of Michigan's retirement places. So I mean, I'm sure a lot of people that go there, that lived in Michigan and grew up Lion fan and stuff like that. And there might have been some that were just there might have been some that was just more that were kind of like transplanted, and maybe they were kind of like, oh, the Lions are bad, so we're over there, we become will become um uh Tampa Bay fans. But then when the Lions get back to being good, hey, they come back home to where they're supposed to be, you know. But yeah, if you want to hop in, you're always welcome to hop in. But I love seeing I love seeing the Lions represented so strongly, and it's so good to have the pride of the Lions. The pride of the Lions. It's just so good you know, to see them showing up. You know, but yeah, I would. But I think that Baltimore. But yeah, you're welcome to join. Definitely. I put the link in there. Uh, but yeah, shoot, I just really, I mean, I really want to. I think they're going. I think it's going to be hard, but I think they'll find a way to beat Baltimore. I mean, it's not going to be easy by any chance. Baltimore is a great team. They have a great defense, but the Lions have great defense too. And I know we're like 1 point some underdogs or 2 point underdogs to them, but you know, I mean, I would feel much better uh, if Montgomery was playing, but you know, like we only have a couple more games where we're playing winning opponents, but I'll tell you, I haven't counted Minnesota out yet. I haven't counted the the Bears out yet. I mean, I'll tell you, I thought for sure the Bears would do better against the Vikings. Especially with Jefferson being out. But man, and then once Justin Fields went out, it just didn't. It it just really you know but yeah, there's a link if you want to hop in. And we also have on Twitch. or but yeah, but I was really surprised at how, because I thought Justin Fields was starting to grow. That's what I thought. I thought that he was starting to come into his own. You know, before last week, they had a couple good games and stuff like that. I mean, they only won one, but they had a couple games where they were, where the offense was really starting to work. And that, of course, once he got hurt, and got taken out, they were not the same team either. So, but yeah, definitely, I don't know. Uh, the Lions are like a top 10 defense now. You know, the offense is a top 5 offense, and the Lions are really, really darn good against the run. I mean that, it's like their attitude. Their attitude. They have bought into the system. They have. You're not always waiting for that other shoe to drop. That's what I see with the Detroit Lions now. You're not always waiting. It's like you. I mean, they find ways of winning, and that's what makes a good franchise more or less a great franchise, is that they'll find ways of winning. That may not have been the most prettiest win and stuff like that, but defensively, man, you know, and shoot, St. Brown, shoot, man, he just really he just really did his part. And I'll tell you that that block that Reynolds had, OMG, that was amazing. I mean that block that Reynolds had, that was amazing. I mean it's just seeing that, just seeing that. That's just, I mean, he knocked him in. I mean, from what I heard, that Reynolds, I mean, St. Brown actually messed up on the play, but he found a way to make it work. I mean, maybe it wasn't that he messed up on the play. Maybe it's just he found a better way of doing that play. And then uh, and also Jameson Williams, he dropped that real easy pass, and then he went ahead and made up with it with that over the head pass. I mean, it's like, how did he catch that? Goff, man, he is balling out like crazy. I mean, Jared Goff, I'll tell you what, you got to really look at him as being a elite quarterback now, because Jared Goff is one of these people that just, brings it. I mean, he knows his players. He knows where to do it. I mean, once Montgomery got out, he just went ahead and figured out a way to make it happen, and that was great. Jared Goff just, and I'll tell you what, there was a lot of, this was kind of a tale of two quarterbacks that were, I mean, when of course, you had Baker Mayfield, who, when once he got let go from Cleveland, he bounced around here and there and stuff like that. You know, he had every reason where if he wanted to leave and quit, he could have, but he found his team. But and and not unfortunate, but fortunately, he met the Lions, and Jared Goff, man, and company. Oh my God, the Lions just went ahead and bought out and showed them that we're not an upcoming team. We are a team that has arrived. You know, I mean, it was like, we're not going to go ahead and be like, okay, here you, we're even. It's like we pulled ahead. And that's what we did. I mean, it's just it's just great. And yes, we're going to need to keep on doing that. We're going to need to keep on just, I mean, it's going to be a test at definitely going to be a test at with Lamar Jackson and stuff, seeing how we can do against him, you know. But yeah, thank you guys for coming, watching, and joining in on Tim's Maniac Sport. I do appreciate you guys coming in. You know, I do appreciate any comments and questions and anything. I mean, even if you guys want to pump up your team too, I mean, that's fine. If you guys ain't Lions fans, you guys can pump up your teams too. Yeah. Goff is definitely a elite quarterback. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah. Definitely. He's definitely elite. He's he's he has proven it, I mean, he has proven it, and he's brought in the Lions to a look, that has that a lot of people ain't seen before. I mean, he's just, you know, I mean, it's there's you're not. Hey, Grandizer 12, how's it going? How's it going? Smash that hole. Hit that like button. Definitely. Roar! See, Grandizer 12 brought the roar out in me. Hell yeah, hell yeah. How's your day going? Yeah, I still got a little bit of cough, but I'm feeling better than what I was. But getting better every day, thank God. I mean, the first 2 days of back at work was rough. I'll tell you, or that first 2 days, first day, yeah, yeah, roar, definitely. I would roar more, but it, it gets the cough going. That's for sure. But you know what would be neat if anytime the Lions made a tackle, you know, can you see Aiden Hutchinson when he's coming in to go ahead and sack a quarterback as he's wrapping his arms around, roar! That would be awesome. Yeah, forward down the field, a charging team that will not yield. And when the blue and silver wave, stand and cheer the brave. Rah, 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 rah. Go hard, win the game. With honor, you will keep the fame down the field and gain a Lions victory. Go Lions! And I'm not responsible for my flat voice. ah, but hey, that's great. I mean, it's just, I mean, 5 wins, 1 loss. Let's make it 6 wins. Then go for seventh. If we can, I mean, if the Lions can go ahead and hit the bye week at 7, oh my God, oh my God, that would be just great, man. That would be just great. Yep. Awesome. Awesome. Boots up, as Michael Banks would say. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I know. He got that big old Lions medallion. Yeah. Boot up. Yep. I know he's a retired Marine too, isn't he? Or is he? I know he's from the service too. I know he served. So that was great. That was it was definitely. I mean, I'll tell you, Michael Banks is. I'm glad he made the. I'm glad he made the the hall the fan of fame and the Hall of Fame at Canton, Ohio. That was great. Yeah, I think I heard that before. I think he's from the Marines. Rah! Yeah. Except for Phi, I think that's what they say. Now I'm not a Marine. My brother is a retired Marine too. So well, he didn't actually do the 20 years, but yeah, my brother and actually my cousin is a Marine too. Uh, so, but yeah, okay. Maniac, Kojak, The Night Stalker, Season 1, Episode 7, The Devil's Platform. Hmm. Let's just see how we can. No. Yeah. This is why we had to rename the show Tim's Maniac Sports and Entertainment. Hey, thank you. Thank you. How's it going? How's it going, Foster? So, how's Fields' injury? Is he going to be able to be back? But yeah, the Lions are looking good. Lions are definitely looking good. Oh, well, actually, I'm finally getting back to health. I mean, I had some asthma problems, but I'm doing good. I hope you're doing well. Uh, he's going to be out 4 to 6 weeks. Is my take. Wow, wow, yeah. It was just when it seemed like he was starting to break out a little bit. Week before last, and then of course the unfortunate deal where he gets injured. Okay, okay, I didn't mean to miss that. Okay, so you guys signed a QB to the practice squad today. All right, stay away from Tim Boyle. I mean, I'll tell you what, Tim Boyle did not work for us. Well, I've been having short weeks because I had got my vacation out of the way because my anniversary at work is tomorrow. But but so this is my first day working, or my first week that I got to work like 6 days in a while. So okay, this is Jim Rockford. At the tone, leave your name message. I'll be back with you. Beep. Man, I remember those old answering machines, and I sure remember that show. And David Blau too. Yeah, I'll tell. Yeah, yep. Never a biggie. Uh, Never a biggie. Granddaddies are just not too hard on work. All right. Thank you. Yeah, I've been at my job for 30 years now. That's ah, God, I can't believe. Rockfish, yeah, that's what his buddy called him. And Colombo, my favorite. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh man, I remember that rockfish. Is it cold there, Tim? You got a cough there still? Yes, I do got a cough, but things are starting to get things are starting to get better with my cough. I mean, I'll tell you the only reason I was gonna go ahead and try to have a watch party for the Lions game. And right when the Lions game came on, my cough just would not stop. So I just said, nah, I'd be coughing more than I did the stream, and then it just kind of went downhill from there that day. It was, you know, okay. Yep. Can't forget about Seinfeld too. Yep, that's true. Wow. Those are some old stuff. How about Private Eye Dan Tanner? Oh man, where here we go just bringing up stuff. Okay. And of course, let's see. Let's see. Hey, if you go with the girls, you gotta go with Cagney and Lacey. Did you ever wish you lived closer to Detroit and worked for the Lions, regardless of what position? You know what? Heck yeah, heck yeah. Um, I really would love to. I wish, or would worked love to have worked closer to, or lived closer to Detroit and worked for the Lions. That would be awesome. I know some friends, both him and his wife. They're big Notre Dame fans. All right, and a couple of years ago, they found out from a friend of theirs that and they were last year they were volunteering for Notre Dame to be ushers and stuff like that. So they got to go to the games free and stuff on weekends and stuff. This year it's a paid position for them. So every Notre Dame game they go ahead and go and see. So that's good. But yeah, I would. I mean, even to be an usher or whatever, to be in there to see the games that, and actually, if you got into the, you know, meaning talking to these people, heck yeah, I would love to have worked for the Lions and lived down there, like a McDonald as well, definitely. And even to do that on like a part-time job, that would be great. Yeah, Dan Tanner, the Vegas intro was Fire Pure Disco. Yep, exactly. And the one thing about the one thing about Rockford Files is Lieutenant Becker, my last name. Yeah, Kojak, Rockford Files, Vegas, Banachak. Oh yeah, those are some old ones for sure. Oldies but goodies, you know. And how about then how about um then you had Hardcastle and McCormick, uh of course Knight Rider. Yep, Dennis Becker. Yep, definitely. Oh, Moonlighting. Three is Company. Oh yeah. Then it went. Then after it went to Three is Company, it went to Three is a Crowd because remember they got married or Jack had that living girlfriend or whatever, and the dad had bought the apartment or something afterwards. You know. Oh, this. Sorry about the camera wiggling, shaking. I guess I gotta be careful shaking the table there. Did I miss that one? Truly, a wise man never plays leapfrog with a unicorn magic. Heck yeah, you don't. You, oh gosh. Oh man, if you landing wrong on that unicorn. Oh my God. Oh, bad. That's just so bad. That's just so wrong in so many ways. Oh man. Yep. SWAT. Beretta SWAT. Yep. The little bird that Beretta talked to. Yep. SWAT. Starsky and Hutch. Oh yeah. The red tornado with a white stripe on it. Remington Steel. Hunter. Emptiness. Elf. Different strokes. All in the family. And then we also have Good Times. Yeah, Tim's Maniac Sports strikes again with the entertainment side. Oh boy. Yep. And then you had Third Rock from the Sun, Friends. Oh gosh. I never really watched that 70s show that much because I was on nights when it happened. Uh and I think we already said Vegas. Of course, then you look at so many old cartoons like Starsky and Hutch. Yep, Maniac Sports and Show Entertainment personified, open chat, open topics. Oh yeah, cheers. I see cheers on there. Uh Welcome back. Card. Oh my god, the sweat hogs. Oh man. Which 70s sci-fi did you really like? You loved your sci-fi. Uh okay, 70s sci-fi. I mean, I watched like a lot of, oh wow. Okay, $6 Million Man and the Bionic Woman. I like that. I mean, I watched Buck Rogers a little bit. I think that was 70. Uh, you know, uh, I know, of course, any Star Trek that went on, but that was more after 70. That was more like 90s and Cheers, Unsolved Mysteries. Oh, yeah, yep. Night Gallery, Night Stalker, yep. Oh, yeah. Cincinnati Exports Lions Coach Player, Hero of the Week. Okay, Jared Goff, man. Jared, Jared Goff. Oh, as far as, and I'll tell you what, you got to give it to Ben Johnson, man. Um, those two were heroes. Uh, you know, uh, man. I'm not saying Brown. Yeah, definitely Reynolds. Jesus, Pete. And I'll tell you, as a unit, though, as a unit, you got to take a look at that defense, the Lions defense as a unit. I mean, sure, maybe there wasn't a lot of sacks or anything, but they held Tampa like crazy. They tightened up. That defense just really, really just yeah, exactly. Exactly. That defense is really, this is what we've been wanting for years is a defense like we got. I mean, that defensive line, the secondary, yeah, I mean, I'll tell you, Aaron Glenn got those people. So, I mean, you definitely got to put this coaching staff like crazy. I mean, it's just they were so darn prepared. I mean, it's just you know, yeah, Anzalone. God. I mean, where where are some of these? I mean, you know, even with injured players, we're playing. I mean, they're playing like amazing. You know, I mean, yeah, Cam Sutton, Jerry Jacobs, definitely. Oh hell yeah, man! Oh God, man, these this defense is. I'll tell you what. The yeah, Baltimore has a great defense too. I mean, but they're going to meet us. A wise man never tries to warm himself in front of a painting of a fire. Yep. Yeah, that would be kind of. Oh, yep. Lions player played. It's about best thing for the Bears is the Vikings scored 12 points offensively. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, a lot of it was like their defense that scored. Heroes of the week was the Jets and the Browns beating the Eagles and beating the Eagles and the 49ers for sure. I I'll tell you it. Yeah, it's like what the heck, I mean, classic when a pitcher peppered and his Sagi says those, Juji says those. Sorry, Tim. Which loss did you enjoy more? The Eagles or the 49ers? Ah, man, I'll tell you what. I enjoyed them both the same, man. It was like, and seeing both those teams, uh, it was great. I mean, both those teams. So, I mean, how could, you know, I mean, in a way, it was probably been the 49ers because they were considered to be the really, really strong, unbeatable team. Uh, you know, then, but of course, that happened earlier in the day, but then seeing the Eagles lose too, man, that was just the icing on the cake, man. 49ers, I meant to say. Yeah, yeah, I read it the way you meant to say it. Yeah, man. Tim's Maniac Sports Lions coach player bum of the week. You know, you cannot pick a bum of a coach because I'll tell you what, the you know, I did not see people get burned. I did not, I did. It would be really hard for me to pick a bum with the way they're playing right now. I mean, I cannot say everybody played great and stuff like that. I mean, I even seen Marvin Jones come up with a catch, so that's good. I mean, Cleve Raymond, he did good. I, you know, I honestly have a hard time again picking a bum of the week for sure. I mean, and to think of yeah, I'm I'm sorry, I have a little pro. I mean, O lines I could. Browns, Brats, 49ers, Jets over Birds. Yep, definitely. Up. Shoot. Man, those it's like everything happened great. Yeah, Josh Reynolds is a beast for sure. Man, he's a beast, not a bust, that's for sure. Tracy Walker played well also. Yep. Yeah, he did. And I mean, and that's been, you know, and even Will Harris showed up, you know. They can't say the same old Lions no more. They can say it, but they'd be lying. They would definitely be lying. That's for sure. The game the Niners had a terrible call that gave Cleveland the lead. Oh, okay. Yeah, wow. And I'll tell you, I do hate that when I hate it when the refs do that stuff. They're going to stay. They're going to say shit about the Lions, but f them all. Exactly. Lions are king of the Central and at the top of the NFC. Yeah, you're right. Exactly. 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 I I was with a unit. You said Will Harris. LOL. Oh, until I said Will Harris. Okay. Okay. Did he? I mean, didn't he kind of do something? I know last week he did something. Maybe I was drunk on that play when I thought he did something. So is that going to be? Is Will Harris going to be your bum of the week? Okay. I miss Motley Monthly had good news. Yeah, I. Oh yeah, he gave us penalties. We don't miss them then. All right. Love to hear Tim's Maniac Sports laughing. So yeah, except when, except when I laugh. Yeah, he's injured. Ribs. He'll probably be out for a couple weeks. So yeah, think it's bruised ribs. Yeah, that's true. Uh, Will Harris. Yeah, but I know there's been. I mean, but yeah, it's been almost every. Is it Grandizer 12? Oh boy. But yeah, Will Harris. I mean, he's had his he has had a lot of faults, but I know last week he did some. He came up with a couple good plays last week. I know that, but I'll tell you, there's been a if you give it for lifetime, Will Harris has been a bum. Yeah, thank you. Hit that like button. See you in the funny papers got a vid call. Okay, yeah, thank you. Oh boy. But yeah, I do know what you're saying about Will Harris. He's 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 one of these people that, I mean, there's been a lot of downsides to him, but I mean, every once in a while you see a where Will Harris sightings where he'll do something good for a change. So, but oh man, I will be back in 1 second. I just gotta. I'm back. Tuesday was not that bad. Wednesday, uh, but how was your Wednesday? Wednesday was a not Wednesday, Monday. Oh gosh, Monday was kind of a rough day. It's just that in my job, in order to do some checks, I gotta go upstairs, and with the asthma, the and it was much better today. Okay, as I was really being winded climbing up the stairs. You know, so it was like, I just gotta look for condensation and stuff like that upstairs. So, well, it was, so I mean, I'm not used to being where, I'm just used to being able to go. I mean, I'm the type of guy when I'm you know at work to get my work done, I walk fast. I mean, I'm like you know, I can usually go through things real speedy and stuff like that. Get my checks done and that, and but yesterday it was, or yeah, it was really bad. But today I started getting where I could walk up without being winded on the stairs. So tune into the Maniac Sports Show. Yeah, you got okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, tune into the Maniac Sports Show. It will get you to laugh. Yeah, remember when the Mots were embrace these? Oh, when yeah, embrace these suck. Now it's pissed off everyone. Time for you all other teams embrace the suck one pride. I like that one. Yeah, I like that one. I'll tell you, when they said embrace the suck, man, I hated that. I, you, you know me, I'm always like the half full. Let's I never wanted to concentrate. I never wanted to go ahead. I'm always the one that says, okay, let's win by 40 points. Let's get this crap done. You know, yeah. But now it's like, yeah, we're going to make you suck. You know, that's exactly what it is. We're going to make you suck. Oh, boy. Hey, Tim, I'm not going to lie to you. I got me a creamsicle box at home. LOL. You got word at one time, man. Oh boy. Yeah, Grendizer 12 when when you were gone. I said at once I get 1,000 subscribers, I would wear a creamsicle jersey. Oh man, I was just saying how I don't like those uniforms. Oh man. And on Good Morning Football, uh, they had given out, each of each of the people on Good Morning Football had one of the guys had brought in the creamsicle jerseys to them, and they were like all pumped up and all this other stuff. And then the next day after they lost, they said I see why they got rid of the creamsicle jerseys because because they played like crap in them. Oh boy, I got it on right now as we speak. Oh gosh. All right, you ought to go ahead and come on for even if it's just for a little bit. You ought to go ahead and come on and just show everybody that that creamsicle or hat. Ah, I mean, I gotta see that. Oh boy. Oh, hey, some people like that, you know. Wow. Oh man. So are you gonna wear that on your show tomorrow? Oh man, Steve, that's good. That ah. Oh man, I gotta. It's just like those checkered, those overhauls that they have. I'm supposed to wear those too, uh, with the lights, the checkered overalls. Oh man. Uh, oh boy. Wow. Cream. Oh, all right. Here we go. All right. Oh, that's. Oh man.
Hey, I told you I had
Yeah.
it.
Oh man, you gotta paint a room like that color.
Oh, hey, hey, that would be nice. I'm not gonna
Hmm.
lie to you, that would be nice.
Yeah.
I know some people would be mad at me and be like, what you doing with this color? It should be Lions colors.
Well, you gotta have three rooms of Lions colors and one room the creamsicle color. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. I
Right.
might have that as a guest room.
Now, if you get a Green Bay Packer colors, I don't know about you.
Hey, you know what, Tim? I'm not gonna lie. I got me two Packer hats, man. I do. Yeah. I got yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
And I
okay.
and what's crazy when we did the podcast,
Yep.
I had both the hats and I was just punching them and stuff like that during the podcast. I was just
Oh,
like, yeah, yeah. I was like,
okay.
that is crazy.
All right.
It was funny. It
Yeah.
was funny.
Wow.
But man, I got two Packer hats. I got like a Bears like Scully hat, and I got a Vikings hat. So it's like I got a lot of team hats, but I use them
Mhm.
to punch them during the shows, the stuff that we play the teams.
Okay, okay, okay.
So you know, I don't just
Mhm.
be sporting them all the time. It's just
Yeah, yeah. If they wasn't so expensive, I would say burn them each time. But I mean, you're talking some coin there.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
oh that's the next step.
yeah,
That's the next step.
yeah,
I'm a burn them like they LeBron James jerseys.
yeah. A long time ago, and this is no lie. Um, I almost I I was dating somebody and they told me they were a Packer fan and they were like I had to bite my tongue. I was like oh oh God. It was like yeah, no kidding. I did it, but it was like really?
Yeah, yeah. Hey, Tim,
Yeah, yeah.
try having family and relatives that are Bears fans.
Oh shoot. Well like I said with Jim, uh yeah, when he was alive, his wife's Bear fan. All right. She's kind of Lions fan too now because she was running Lions Detroit Lions on Prowl after he left.
Hmm.
But her daughter was a Green Bay Packer fan.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so in
Oh
that
wow.
house, yeah, in that household, yeah. So you had everything misrepresented.
Oh yeah.
Yep,
Oh, absolutely.
yep, yep,
Absolutely.
yep.
They just confused. That's all you can say. They confused.
Yeah. Well, Val grew up in Detroit, in Illinois, so that's why. So
Hmm.
she and uh, I don't know her daughter. I just don't know. I just don't know.
Hey, Tim, that's just
Yeah,
a lesson learned. That's all you got to
yeah,
say.
yeah. And of course, then anytime the Packers would win, she would have this smirk on her. you know, it's, I know she's not laughing now.
Mhm. Oh no.
Oh no,
Oh
no,
no. No.
yeah,
But that's good for us.
yeah, yeah, right. But you know what was real nice though is that we one of the guys from uh had paid for me. Val, it was supposed to be Jim's dad, but he wasn't really feeling well,
Hmm.
and and so we had an extra ticket. So one of Jim's other best friends went with us to the last game, in against the Bears last year,
Hmm.
and we, so here I was, you know, I had two Bears fans, one on each side of me, and I got to see our Lions. Yeah, demolish them. Yeah.
That
Oh,
was great.
yeah.
Great.
Yeah. We were
Eh,
we were so, we were supposed to go the year before. Herman Moore was they were going to pay for for the Thanksgiving Day game, but Jim had gotten sick, so things didn't. He
yeah.
actually passed away right after Thanksgiving Day, after
Oh
Thanksgiving.
man.
So, but yeah, I mean, that was good to be with, but both of them enjoyed the game and stuff like that. Now, Vince, since the Bears have been sucking so much lately, I heard from. Oh man, he's supposed to wear some Lions gear because we had a bet last year that if the Bears did better than the Lions last year, we we he was supposed to wear some Detroit gear. I gotta get in touch with him.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
Most definitely.
yeah, and he was telling me, he was telling me how good the Bears are going to be this year and all that other stuff, and it's
Man,
yeah.
I still remember that picture to where they was doing the projected how the records was gonna be. And I
Mm-hmm.
remember this one that said the Bears was gonna be 12-5 and the Lions was gonna be 9-8. I'm like, nope.
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 Nope. Not gonna happen.
Exactly. Exactly. Shoot, this is man. These
and it's
lines are.
and it's crazy because of the Fields injury, and then you
Mhm.
got an injury with Justin Jefferson with the Vikings. So,
Right.
oh, they suffering, but that's good
Yeah.
for us.
It is. It is
You
good for
know.
us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. It is. It definitely. Yeah. Definitely good. Definitely good for us, man.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
absolutely.
and it isn't like we're the most healthiest either. You know, I hear CJ might be looking at coming back in a couple games or something.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
heard not only him, but I heard James Houston is thinking
Yeah.
about coming back
Mhm.
as well.
Yeah. And
So
that would now that's really gonna help out too. Because
yeah,
and I mean you kind of wonder if we need them,
right.
you
And,
know?
and it's like to me, if I was the Lions, I would wait till the bye week to probably get them back because
Hmm.
that'll give them a lot more rest.
Right. Hmm.
Then they'll be ready.
Right.
So I think that would be the
Yeah.
wise thing to do is to just don't give up the momentum that it is now because if you put them in there, then it might be like,
Yeah.
uh, you
Hmm.
know. But I would just wait till the bye week
Yep.
to do that
Yep.
because it's like, and one thing about this team I've noticed, even you saw it a little bit of last year, but you definitely see it this year, is this team is together.
Oh yeah,
They
it is.
root for each other. It's
Hmm.
you don't see this team complaining about playing time.
No.
And like they're getting enough playing time that they're happy.
Yep.
And you don't see that with a lot of teams, especially in the NFL. You
Hmm.
don't see that.
Right.
And I love to see that. And then it's good that you have coaches who used to play. So they
Yeah.
know exactly how it is.
Hmm.
And I think having a coach like Dan Campbell, you see that this team will run through a wall for this man,
Yep. Yep.
literally. And
Yep.
and it's been years really since we've had a coach like that.
Hmm.
You know, some people could say that people wanted to do that with Jim Schwartz, but after a while they got tired of him, so it's just like,
Yeah.
let's do that. But we haven't had a coach like that probably since Wayne Fonts.
Right.
I would
Right.
say, you
Yep.
know,
Because and Wayne Fonts was, I mean, I think one of the things about Dan Campbell, he's a player's coach, but he's a get it done coach.
hmm
I think that's in some ways Wayne Fonts was great, and I'm not knocking him and all this other stuff, but I do think that Dan Campbell is almost a level higher. With how now I'll tell you, he got the better ownership that's getting him people because
yeah, oh yeah,
Wayne Fonts was what he did was it was when the lines were freaking there wasn't free agency, there wasn't you know I mean it did get to where you had to plan B free agency, and we did end up getting that one guy from the Saints that was supposed to do real good but didn't.
oh.
Oh man,
Hmm.
God, I can't think of his name.
Can't think of his name. I
Yeah,
know exactly who you're talking about.
right. Yeah, yeah. But I mean, it was like to try to get in because remember when Jerry Ball even offered to take a pay cut for them
Yes.
to bring somebody in to help them.
hmm
I mean,
hmm
and they never did.
Yeah.
Until they caught Jerry Ball and brought that
Right.
other guy. Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
Oh man.
let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Um, and I think I know your answer to this,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm gonna just ask you.
Okay.
Um, in your opinion, do you think Herman Moore is gonna be in the Hall of Fame?
Wow. I think he will be. I think he will be. I don't know if it will be first ballot though.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I agree.
Yeah.
I definitely think he should
Mm-hmm.
because I think people have to put more respect in his name and
Mm-hmm.
realize
Yeah.
how good of a receiver. Like
Yeah.
he was Calvin before Calvin,
Yeah. Exactly.
you know,
Exactly. He was.
and people seem to forget that because a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people bring up Calvin, and I'm not taking anything away from Calvin.
Mm-hmm.
Calvin
Right.
was a great
Mm-hmm.
receiver,
Right. Right.
but you got to remember who Herman Moore really is and how good he was.
Right. Yeah.
And I think a lot of people forget that.
Yeah. He
They
didn't have a Matthew Stafford. He didn't, like Calvin did. You
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you would have just think if you would have put Matthew Stafford or Jared Goff in with that 91 team, just
Oh
think.
yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's just. I mean, you had running back of Barry Sanders. You had, Now, do
Mhm.
you think Do you think that one of in my opinion, one of Wayne Font's worst decisions, all right, was when he left the run and shoot. The reason I'm saying that is because when you had to run and shoot, that was the time we got to the NFC Championship game and lost. But then the very next year they just shut it down. But I think when we had to run it, if we would have stayed with the run and shoot, but got some better players too, I think that would have helped out a lot.
I agree.
Because what it did was it opened up Barry. It opened running room up for Barry. Where because you had the four wideouts that they had to cover because
Hmm.
once they left the run and shoot, they just kept putting eight man in the box and all that other stuff. Just think if we would have had that run and shoot going more with when you had Herman Moore and Brett because I think Herman Moore played the run and shoot like their last year because I think that was uh, when he was a rookie and stuff like that, and he didn't see much playing time. But
Hmm.
I think if they would have had the run and shoot more, I think that just would have opened things up a
Yeah.
lot more for Barry because once they did that, you know,
Yeah. I agree.
yeah,
And I think another thing too that helped us, even though it was bad, but it
mm-hmm.
helped us, is how bad Andre Ware was when we drafted him.
Oh yeah,
It's oh man, if he wasn't as bad as he was,
mm-hmm.
I don't think we would be as good in that year.
Right,
So that was that was a change right there.
mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, it didn't work out for him,
Right,
but it wound up being a good thing that he was that bad because now we got to see other players, other
yeah,
quarterbacks that
mm-hmm.
we had, and it worked for the better for us.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, a lot of people don't even remember us drafting Trey Wayne.
I
That's how
know.
bad it was.
Oh yeah. I mean, I remember them drafting Andre Ware and and they were Wayne Fonts was, yeah, he's not going to play because didn't he show up like the day before training camps or day before the season and he didn't have training. So we kept on hearing, oh yeah, go ahead and he needs to have a full season to learn under and all that other stuff.
Mhm.
He never learned. He never learned. You know,
Never.
and then I mean the bad part about Pete though is that just get just kept getting injured. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, he would have us to that brink, then he would get injured. Then he got injured that 91 season. They brought in underwear. Underwear got injured. And Eric Clark Kramer went ahead and had an awesome day against the Cowboys.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh.
And, and,
Yeah.
and who would have thought the saviors
Yeah.
of these Lion teams would be Eric Kramer and Scott Mitchell?
Yep. Hmm.
Like, who would have thought that? Like,
Right.
wow, we're relying on Eric Kramer and Scott Mitchell. Like,
Hmm.
that lets you know it was a lot of injuries on that quarterback position.
Oh God, yeah. Well,
Oh man.
Scott Mitchell. I think he was after because we lost Eric Kramer. All right, to the Bears because
Mm-hmm.
after that, they signed him. They signed him. Then we got they had seen Scott Mitchell play one time for Miami,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember if we traded or if he was free agent or what. But he had they liked Scott Mitchell because of his quick release.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they seen
Yeah.
that one time. And I'll tell you, Scott Mitchell, we had he could get us to the playoffs, but he didn't
Mhm.
do very well when
Right.
he got in the playoffs. That was the bad part. I mean, they were
Yeah.
playing, oh
Mm-hmm.
my God. I mean, it was, you know,
Yeah.
oh God. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
oh man.
And
Yeah.
then it was nothing like going into the playoffs
Mm.
and beating the Cowboys or
Oh,
beating
yeah.
Cowgirls, as I
Yeah.
call them.
Right. And
So
especially when they said, we are not going to lose to a scab quarterback. They didn't lose to him. They got their ass whipped by
right.
him. It was not. I mean, there was
Yep,
nothing. It was like
nothing. And,
spanked.
and it's nothing
Yeah,
like beating them and blowing them out. And
I
it's just
know.
like it's a great thing.
It
Great thing.
is. It is. Yep.
Yeah. Now let me now do you think that they're the most I'm speaking of as the Cowboy. Do you think that they're the most overhyped team in the NFL over the past years?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. I really think so because it's. I mean, it's because they're in Texas, and Texas, they just gotta show up like crazy. You don't have no
Mhm.
cowboy hats, do you?
Yes, I do. I do. I do. Hey, hey,
I
hey,
knew the
Tim.
answer. I knew the answer before you
Hey,
did it.
hey, Tim, you know what's
Yeah.
funny? I got a hat and a shirt.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. I I just use it as a wet wipe.
Yeah. I just thought you should use it as a butt wipe. No.
hey, hey,
No.
hey, 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 Tim, that's the
Yeah.
next step. That's
Yeah, it
the
is.
next step.
Yeah. I was hoping they would lose again this week.
I was hoping so too.
Yeah.
I I was
Uh,
hoping so, man. But
yeah.
hey, the Chargers, they
I
did what the Chargers do. That's what they do.
they got
They'll
dacked.
yeah, yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. When you let Dak have a running touchdown, that lets you know it's gonna be a long day.
Yep. Yep.
Even passing the ball to see or as I call them CD scam. I call them scam.
Oh
Yeah,
boy. I'll tell
it's
you, the Chargers and the Green Bay Packers have been the most rewarded, or not the Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers have been the most rewarded people by the refs. You know what?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's
Absolutely.
yeah. It's, uh, I
It's
mean
yeah.
that flag that they picked up still.
Yeah.
And
And you know what's funny, Tim? You know what's funny? That
yeah,
same year, and people seem to forget about that. When the Lions had that penalty or
mm-hmm,
took it back, that's what
yeah,
cost them the game against Dallas.
yeah,
Then Dallas got cost from a penalty that they had against
mm,
Green Bay.
yeah,
And then Green Bay had the same thing happen to them in the NFC Championship game.
yeah. But you know what was really bad though? The damn refs the week before the Dallas game would not call a penalty at all on Green Bay because if they would, if and they just kept on calling penalties and penalties like crazy against the Lions. I mean, you know, you may be able to overcome like one holding penalty and stuff like that, but three in a row and stuff like that, they would call those back. If they would have called a fair and even game, the Lions possibly could have been the NFC North champions that game.
Absolutely.
But the refs helped take that away from us.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. They always do.
yeah, I know,
They
I
always
know.
do.
It's
And it's just it's the curse of the Lions,
yeah,
man.
mm-hmm,
It's been that curse.
yeah,
So it's
yeah,
just we've lived through that for so many years,
mm-hmm,
and we've been the butt of everybody's jokes.
yeah.
But
That's
but now it's like those same people that was talking about us
mm-hmm,
got the nerve to cheer us and be
right,
like, "Oh, there's this team that we knew they were going to be good." No, you didn't. No,
right,
you didn't.
right,
No, you
right.
didn't. The ESPNs and all these people, man, they was dogging us for
Yeah,
years.
mm-hmm,
Now they
yeah,
saying we favorites. Like, nah, I don't like
right,
those bandwagon fans, man. I
mm-hmm.
can't deal with them. It's like if you wasn't here through the 0 and 16 year, you ain't
Right.
no real fan.
Yeah.
That's how I
Oh,
look at it.
yeah.
It it's just
And
man.
I remember Jim Rohn. Oh God, I hated that guy. He was from ESPN. He was rooting for the Lions to go 0 and 16. He was. Oh man. Oh, I
Man,
hated. Yeah.
every time I remember the one thing I remember about Jim Rome is that interview he had with Jim Everett,
Mm-hmm.
where he called him the wrong name and Jim Everett tried to come at him and just beat him up. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Be like, don't call me Chris, because he kept calling him Chris Everett instead of Jim Everett. And I'm like, oh no, this ain't gonna be good. This is
Wow.
not gonna be good. And
No.
and the crazy and Jim Rohn, I think, is still on the air still.
He probably is. Me working second shift, it's just I don't hear him much anymore.
Right,
So yeah,
right.
I used to work first shift back then, and and then a huge show would come on, and you know I still listen to Hughes he's out of Grand Rapids and stuff like that.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, that's cool.
yeah.
That's cool.
It was kind of funny. He was talking about the new alignments and stuff like that, and he was like all up on how Michigan was given a decent schedule and all this other stuff. He said, "Oh, that's not too bad." Then he's seen Ohio State's schedule, and he goes, "They always screwing Michigan." They did. I mean,
Uh,
he just went ahead and went for it. Was like once he seen the who Ohio State was playing and their easy schedule, it was like, oh my. Change from one. Well, it wasn't good. No, this is terrible. They always got to screw me.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
I know.
That is
Oh,
that is
oh,
crazy.
yeah.
And I even get on Michigan about them cupcake schedules. I'm like,
I know you do. I
come
know you do.
on,
That's
man,
why
you
I.
got to play somebody tough.
Mm,
Yeah, always get on them, and it's just like wow. And I think they biggest test is probably going to be Penn State because they playing Michigan State on Saturday. Ah,
but
as much as I'm a State fan,
Michigan State has been one of those teams that they sneak up on you sometimes.
they
They
do, they
have
do.
played spoilers. You know, I mean they have played,
Yeah,
but I don't think they are going to be this year. Yeah, and
nah.
of
I
course we
mean,
play Ohio State at the end of the year too. So
yeah, and who knows, what Ohio State team is gonna show up on that Michigan game.
right.
It's just they having issues with their quarterback position.
Hmm.
So it's just they gotta figure that out, and then they gotta figure out their running game.
Right.
But their defense is always gonna get them close in games. I mean,
Hmm.
they had a fairly good defense, but you can go at them and their corners because their
Right.
corners seem to, for some odd reason, they give up a lot of yards. I don't know. I don't understand it, but hey, it
Well,
happened.
yeah. Just remember the last corner we got from Ohio State.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Okuda.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
didn't last long on the
yeah,
dang camel, did he?
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
But it's those injuries too,
Yeah.
man. I
Oh
think,
yeah.
and it's the same, and you can say the same thing with Swift too.
Oh
It
yeah.
was just injury bug, just got it. But
Mm,
then, drafting Jahmyr Gibbs, that
right.
kind of
And
was like, okay, Swift was gone. He was just
yeah.
like, nah, I'm all right with that.
Right.
But
Yeah. Swift wanted to move on. He said, no. But
yeah,
who knows? Maybe they were going to keep him. I don't know if they were, but maybe if Swift didn't want to move, I wonder if they were going to keep him and just wanted like the three back system because I mean, with the way people running back get injured on the Lions, shoot, and Swift was having at least his first couple games, he was having remarkable games with
mm,
the Eagles.
yeah. And
But
then,
it's
but
like you say,
it
they get
helps.
injured.
But it helps that the Eagles have a good offensive line
Yeah.
too.
Hmm.
That
Yeah.
that helps.
Hmm.
So it's just he's going to really showcase
Yeah.
all of his abilities there
Yep.
because, and then with Hurts, and
Hmm.
then with the receiving core that they
Right.
have with AJ Brown and
Hmm.
Devontae Smith, and then they just signed Julio Jones.
Oh yeah, I seen that. Yep.
I was just
Hmm.
like, oh wow,
Yep.
okay, hmm,
Hmm. Yep.
interesting. Because I've even heard some Lion fans were talking about maybe we should go and sign Leonard Fournette because I think Leonard
Hmm.
Fournette is a free agent.
Hmm.
So I've heard people say we should go and get him, for a 1-year deal.
Right.
Now, I would be okay with that
Yeah. As
personally.
long as he's a free agent, I don't want to give up
Right.
for a rental.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
want to give up for a rental. I mean, as long as he's a free agent, I'd be okay with it. You
Right.
know.
And I'm to the point with this team. I don't want to trade for anybody.
Oh no, no,
No, I don't want to
no,
do it.
no.
I definitely don't want to trade anybody on
Yeah,
offense.
yeah. I mean, we got better after we got rid of Hawkinson.
Oh,
I mean,
oh,
big.
oh. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Tim.
Mhm.
When that trade was made, I was not a fan of that. I
Oh,
was
me either.
disappointed.
Me either.
I was like, and then who you trade them to?
Right, right.
Like,
Somebody in our own division.
yeah,
Yeah,
I can see in the AFC, but not
yeah.
somebody in your own division.
No,
No,
no.
no. But then I seen the way he plays in Minnesota, and I say, okay, now I see why.
Right.
Now I see why.
Yep.
But
And his was it was an injury issue all the time with him for us. You know,
exactly.
because
Mhm.
he was supposed to, when they drafted him, they never said he would be as good as Gronk, but he was supposed to be kind of a baby Gronk, maybe
Mhm.
grow into that type of player, but he never really did. And
Right.
right after we signed, I right after we signed him, I thought, man, we're giving up. But right after we traded him, we ended up getting playing the Packers, and that was when we beat the Packers.
Mhm. Right.
I thought there's
Right.
no way we're going to beat the Packers without him. It
Right.
was like we just beat the Packers. Then they just kept on getting better and better. I mean, that was what kind of got things rolling. Then we had that little bump in the road when we hit Carolina, and I don't know what the hell happened there
Mhm.
last year. It was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, that Carolina game and that New England game is
mm,
what really did it. And it was just
right,
like, yeah, it's like you can't lose those type of games.
yeah,
But I think it made this team better,
right, right.
throughout the year. It just
Hmm.
made it better. And then that Green Bay game in the last game, I think that gave us more momentum,
Right. Hmm.
for this season.
Yep, yep.
And and I think with them winning in Kansas City,
Hmm.
that really gave them a boost because
Oh
now
yeah.
that they've been there, they've been around that environment there.
Hmm.
So since they survived that and see how that is, and they
Right.
won anywhere else, they're not intimidated.
No, no,
This
no.
team is not intimidated on the
Right.
road.
Yep. I mean, I think they took Seattle too lightly. I mean, and I think that was good though because it woke them up.
Hmm.
It made them like, hey, this is you got to be
Hmm.
ready all the time. You
Right.
gotta So I mean that's yeah you know it,
Yeah. And I think this Tampa game did that to them too.
mm-hmm,
Because now it tested their toughness.
yep,
Because this Tampa team, it's a good defensive team. I mean, they still got people from that championship year. They still have players there. So
mm-hmm,
they have that championship experience and they have, they have experience. So
right,
they know. But for this
mm-hmm,
team to still go out there and win, even though it was tough on them in the
right.
first half, they
Oh
figured it
yeah,
out in the second half.
right. And it was like it wasn't like they didn't look at them like they're equals. I mean,
Mhm.
they looked at them like they're bait.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, you're in our way. We're going to do what it takes to you to get you out of the way.
absolutely,
I mean,
absolutely. They did,
yeah.
they did, and
I
and they
mean,
made Tampa into a one-dimensional team.
yeah. Oh yeah, they did. Yep.
They took away that run game and they made them one dimension. They made Baker
Mhm.
Mayfield feel uncomfortable, very uncomfortable.
Yep. Oh yeah.
You
Yep.
know, and this is a good offense. I mean, they got
Mhm.
two prime receivers,
Oh
and
yeah.
they took they took care of business.
Yep. And
So
I think that when Jameson Williams missed that easy one, I think that woke his ass up.
oh yeah, oh
Because
yeah,
I mean, yeah, a lot of people knock him for missing that one, but he more than made up with that super
Oh, absolutely.
that super catch that he got. I mean, it was like,
Yeah.
yeah,
It, and it's just and it's funny you brought up Jameson Williams.
mm-hmm,
I think and it's too. I think the fans have been too hard on him
mm-hmm,
just for the fact that like he hasn't played a full season and he's
right,
been injured and he's still people don't realize when you have a knee injury that takes time to heal. For him
right,
to go out there and with that knee injury and still do that,
right,
that's amazing to
mm-hmm,
me. And to still
yeah,
go out there and just blow by these defenders
mm-hmm,
and make them look bad,
yeah,
it's a great thing to see, and it just adds another weapon to
mm-hmm,
this offense. And this
oh
is
yeah,
what we've been waiting for from Jameson Williams.
yep,
You
yep,
know,
exactly.
and it's just for to have him and Armorer St. Brown, who is just, I mean,
Wow,
what else can you say about St. Brown?
really, really, yep,
Like, that's another guy who needs to be more recognized in the league. Like he
mm-hmm,
doesn't get the recognition. Like
right,
this guy damn near almost gets 10 catches a game.
mm-hmm, yep.
Like and he makes it look easy.
Yeah, yep. And remember last year he was like going for all those touchdowns in a row until he ended up getting injured. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
he was going for that record, and it was like he would get a touchdown almost every game. Well, just every game until he got injured.
hmm
So,
hmm And this guy's a second round pick and
hmm,
is already one of the best wide receivers in the league.
exactly,
You
exactly.
know,
Hmm.
and though I think, and if I'm not mistaken, I think that was one of those picks that we traded for Stafford for. If I'm not mistaken, could
No.
have been,
Wait,
could have been.
maybe it was. Well, let's see. The first year, well, first year, I think we got a third round pick. And if he was a second round, then it won. If first year we got a third round pick, then 2 years after that, we got two first round picks.
Okay,
And one of them, uh, Jameson Williams was the one because what we did was we traded with, we, we would have been 32nd, but then we traded up with Minnesota to get
mm,
Jameson Williams.
mm,
That's what it was. So
okay,
he was the first Stafford pick, and then Gibbs was our second Stafford pick. It fired for the number ones.
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
yeah. Even with trading Stafford, that
yeah.
was a great thing for this
Oh, it
franchise.
was. It actually helped both. And it get and I'll tell you to see Jared Jared Goff from what he was that first year to go ahead and turn around at the end of that first year and then to go ahead and lead us how he did last year and how we are doing now.
hmm
You know,
Incredible.
hmm I mean, it's just so great. It's, I mean, I mean, that's one thing. uh, and even Jim at the end of that first year, he was starting to realize golf was getting better. But I mean, his thing was, I hate golf. I hate golf. I mean, that's what he's. I hate golf. Third in golf. Yeah, he can only do a second read and all this other stuff. Dan Campbell would go ahead and say, yeah, we know golf can do better. We know it can do better.
Yeah.
And Jim was, nope. I hate golf. I hate golf. It's just too bad he didn't get to see what he ended up turning out to be.
Right.
I
And we see and even on the podcast
Yeah.
I'm on, one of our podcast guys, Nomas, he
Mm.
talks about Jared Goff all the time, but we can always get on him on that.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
what I start doing
Mm.
on there, because I got this bobblehead of Jared Goff,
Yeah.
and I always pop it up whenever he talks. And, and I always had a bobblehead, and I just be like, and I just be boasting that I'm a good quarterback. That's the one. That's the one I got. That's the one I got.
Yeah.
And I use it every time we talk about Jared Goff. Always use it. I use the bobblehead part of it. I tell him, I'll be like, no, miss, I'm a good quarterback. Put some respect on my name. I always do that to him just to mess with him, but it's all in clean fun.
Oh
man.
yeah. Oh yeah.
But it's so funny. It is so hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
But Goff is just I think a lot of people didn't realize how good Goff is.
Right. Yeah.
Like he went to a Super Bowl for a reason.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he did.
Now we see exactly why and how good, and he's one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the league. People, even the interceptions that he's thrown, a lot of times it hasn't been his fault. It's just been these receivers just ran the wrong routes. And you rarely see him make a bad throw that's actually his fault.
Right. Right.
So, and I think fans got to really understand that. It's like, that's the same thing they did with Stafford. Whenever he threw an interception, they always like, Stafford's terrible. He's a bum. He's this, he's that.
Yeah.
Now when he wins the Super Bowl, they congratulate him like, oh, I'm happy for him. Wish he could have stayed, but even if he could have stayed, it wouldn't have changed.
Yeah. Well, the thing that I looked at, and this is what I'll tell everybody, and I don't blame Stafford, okay, but the Lions failed to build a team around him. Schwartz was actually trying. And I mean, hey, the NFL, everybody was against us when Schwartz was trying. I mean, some of the things, oh God,
his antics.
Yeah, some of his antics, and then some of those, like some of those things that Sue was called against. Once he left Detroit, you didn't hear crap called like that,
No.
Because it was focused. And another thing, if you notice, former Green Bay players, when they come here, they notice, because can't think of that defensive guy that we had that went ahead and told the NFL that they got to quit cheating against the Lions. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh man. It's not TJ Lang.
No, it is TJ Lang.
Oh, TJ Lang. Okay,
TJ
cool.
Lang. Yeah, he told him. He said and he used the word cheating. You got to quit cheating the Lions with these calls. He told the NFL that. I mean, that was, TJ Lang told him that. So, and then, of course, when Jameson Williams, Jameson Williams.
Jamal Williams.
Jamal Williams, yeah.
Yeah.
Williams, okay? Jamal Williams, yeah. Yes, it was a tearful, and he got a little embarrassed for crying.
Yeah.
But he told everybody about, you gotta quit disrespecting the Lions.
Like, stop playing with us.
Yeah.
You get respect.
Right. And this is what I would really like to do is just get a mass or get not mass, but just get a bunch of signs. And whenever there's a bad call, and it's really a egregious bad call, you just go ahead and you flip the sign over, respect,
Mm-hmm.
respect, and then have everybody in the damn fans just start shouting respect.
Yeah.
Shout down those
Yeah.
damn refs. Don't say refs you suck. Say respect. You
Right.
know, we
Right.
deserve respect because we
Right.
do. You
Yeah.
know.
We do.
Yep.
I mean, you don't have to say F the refs, even though you want to say that.
Right.
But
Yeah. I know because they'll
yeah.
give you. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Just
So.
have just have a certain shirt that say that, but they won't
Mhm.
let. I don't think they're gonna let you in for a field if you had that on. But yeah.
Or if you say respect, or or rest, we deserve or that would be.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
That would be
Hmm.
cool. Or just
Hmm.
have like a ref picture on there and
Hmm.
say respect the Lions.
We deserve respect,
Mm-hmm.
Lions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Oh
That would
yeah.
be very cool.
Hmm.
Because it's now you starting to get that respect
Hmm.
from with the Lions, and you seeing a lot of these fans going to these games
I
on the
know.
road.
I know.
I'm
I mean,
like,
it's like seas of blue. I mean, it's like, oh man, and
yeah, it's gonna be insane. Like, and I
mhm,
think this is gonna be like that with every road game. I
mm,
wouldn't be surprised if they do that in Baltimore.
right,
You
right,
know, it would be great. It would
hmm,
be great to see that when you see him in Baltimore, you see him in LA, you see him in Chicago, Green Bay,
hmm.
Minnesota,
Oh yeah.
you know, all the Dallas,
Yep.
you
Yeah,
know.
especially at Dallas.
Mhm.
Oh man, I there was this one guy that used to work where I work, and he said he was actually from the Texas area, and he said whenever he went home, he would need to take his plate off his car, otherwise they'd vandalize his car. Then he became a Green Bay fan. He was a Dallas fan, then he became a Green Bay fan.
Yeah,
It's like,
terrible,
oh,
terrible,
yeah, I
absolutely
know, I
terrible,
know, I know.
man.
uh,
One awful team to another. Just
yeah, right.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. You ain't lying.
yeah. Dallas has always been kind of jealous of. I don't know why, but because they were jealous of our Thanksgiving Day game, you know. So they copied us there. Their colors are like ours. I mean, they're not Honolulu blue, but they're
Mhm.
you know
And
and
they're called America's team, but most of America don't even like them.
yeah, exactly.
It's hey, Tim. It's almost like the Lions is more of America's team than the
Oh
Cowboys.
yeah, yeah. And especially right now, we're just. I mean, just going right in and taking things over. It's
Hmm.
yeah. I mean, it's.
I
I mean, but it's been. I mean, hey, we're deserving. I mean, we've been. The fans have been through so much, so many. So many bad calls, so many.
mhm.
You know, and then I mean, yeah, no, it wasn't all. Yeah, I'm not going to pretend that all the losses and shit was bad calls because I mean the Lions did their own stuff
Yeah,
too. I mean
yeah,
the forwards it was but I'll tell you what, I think Sheila leaving the four, taking the four name off the office, it meant something.
yeah,
It meant we're
yeah.
in a different direction.
Hmm.
We're you know, and the best thing her mom did was hand it over to her because
Yeah,
I think her mom knew that it was like I'm not in any shape or anything to you know
Hmm.
to actually do this. So
Right. Right.
and how much more money is it going to bring in when you got instead of just the diehard fans, but you're actually creating new diehard fans. You know,
Hmm.
it winning brings in a lot of profits. It does.
Absolutely.
You know,
It does.
unfortunately, we got paid the higher ticket prices. Yeah. Hey, that's
You ain't lying.
yeah.
And
Hey,
I was just about to mention that too. It's gonna bring in higher ticket, and then
right.
and you know them season tickets is gonna go through the roof.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
next year? Oh,
Oh geez. And
man,
it's going to be like it's going to be like they could actually double the size of that stadium
yeah.
and fill it with a winning team.
If you have season tickets that sold out for this
Right.
year,
Hmm.
that has never happened.
Right. Then Ford Field. Right.
If it never happened at Ford Field, for
Right.
this to happen this year, and you have to get to a point to where you have to go on a waiting list for
Yeah.
next year,
Right.
that tells you right there that
Mm,
it's serious.
yeah.
Like it's very serious. Like this
Right.
team, everybody is buying. Like a lot of everybody in Detroit is buying onto this team.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Like it's just throughout Michigan, they're just
Yep.
buying on this team.
And transplanting Michiganders. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
and you got people all over Michigan that want to
mm,
go to these games.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Like you got you got people that's going to the casino trying to get money to pay for these games.
Yeah. Sure. I'll tell you. I wish. I mean, we used to have um, a travel agency that once a year would go ahead and schedule a Lions game.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, during COVID, I don't know if the guy that ran it, I know he was getting old and stuff like that, so he's having his employees do it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
now it's a stupid pot shop. So
Oh,
there's no, there's no. I mean, we got there's one thing we got a lot of is marijuana shops in Muskegon now. You go down Apple Avenue. I mean, there's one kind of like at the end of our block. Yeah, and I live in a rural area, so it's not.
yeah.
I don't live in the city, and I don't really live in Muskegon. I live in the outskirts of it. But
Oh, wow, wow,
it's yeah.
wow.
But I mean, there's like on Apple Avenue. There's like four. You go down there. There's like four marijuana shops.
Yeah.
I mean, there was this pool. It used to be called Holiday Pools and stuff like that. That's a marijuana shop. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
It's crazy. It's
yeah. It
it,
is.
it's unbelievable. All these marijuana shops and
Oh yeah,
it's incredible. I just
yeah.
be like, it's like, man, it's now they done made it legal for
Right,
people.
right.
Now it's just going more rampant. It's
Yeah,
just like, wow,
yeah. But
that
it's
is
legal. But in a way, it's still illegal.
right.
It's legal, but it's
Right.
illegal because if the United States ever decided, they're not going to. They already said they'll. But if the United States ever decided to go ahead and uh, enforce their laws as far as because it's still illegal in the U.S., but state law is legal.
Right. It's
Uh,
like damn if you do, damn if you don't, you know?
right. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just it just let you know it's a sign of the times, man.
And
Things are changing.
they're yeah.
You know, now it's like you can just go to a shop and
Yeah.
just get it right then and there.
I know it was, all those years, when I mean, I never really done it, but all those years it was all it was all needed to be all hidden secretly and stuff like that, and you know, and then I guess the power of the people speaks, and because that's what it was. It was the power of the people. It said they wanted it, they voted it in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. And people
Uh,
take it to like relax, or if
right.
they have an injury or something like that, it will relax that. So it's different things that they use it for.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There. Yeah.
You know,
There is.
chronic illnesses, mental health, and
Mm-hmm.
it's man, you could do it for a lot of things, and
Mm-hmm.
things you never thought it would help. It does, and that's who would have thought that?
Right.
Who would have thought that?
Yeah.
But they're everywhere. They are
Mhm.
everywhere. But it it's still hard to really fathom that didn't happen. Like you always thought it could, but then when you see it is, it's like you still can't believe it.
Right.
Like am I dreaming or something? Did this really happen?
Yeah. Right. It's like, I mean, there's been so many. I mean, like, whoever would ever thought that we would get the lockdown during COVID, and actually, it would be like, you know, just about everybody but me had to go on unemployment. Because
Yeah,
my job, I didn't go on
yeah,
unemployment. It was because I work in a food factory, so it's like,
yeah,
uh, um, so then there's people part time making more money at home than I was.
yeah.
you know.
And plus, and one of the good things that Trump did
Mhm.
too for unemployment
Yeah.
is to give people that extra $600.
Right.
That
But he
helped.
should have gave it. He should have gave it to the people that were still working too.
Right, right. I agree.
I mean,
I agree. You
and
know,
that's the only thing that they. yeah. I
and
mean,
they should have gave people more that actually still had to work throughout COVID.
yeah, I know. I know. I
Yeah,
had to work. I didn't get. I know.
they
And
should
they.
have. I'm like, and you still have to work around this stuff, and
Mhm.
still you have to wear the masses and everything wherever you got to go. And
Yeah.
it's just like, man, like it's a you. It's crazy to think that, because I know a lot of places you don't have to wear masks, but I think in some places you still do.
Yep, and
You
they're
know,
talking about making it mandatory in Michigan again, but it's not yet.
right?
It's I heard talk, but yeah, I know it was mandatory. Well, at first it was like, oh, you don't need a mask. You don't need a mask. I mean, the first, you know, when they didn't have enough masks, it was you don't need a mask. They don't really help and all this other stuff. Then once they got enough masks in supply, it was like you got to wear a mask. You got to wear a
Yeah.
mask.
Yep. That's true. That's true.
You
You see the different kind of designs and
Yeah.
masks and
Mhm.
everything, and you
Yeah.
like, wow, that's
Mhm.
that's pretty nice. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool. I was a, it became man, it then went from mandatory, and then it became a fashion statement. Like, what?
Yeah.
Like I get you get a Gucci mask, you get a Louis Vuitton mask,
Yeah.
you got a Porsche mask, you got a Lamborghini mask. It's like, oh wow, okay, all right,
Shoot. I remember that's one mask that Jim bought was a lion's mask, and that was the only one that he liked wearing.
I remember one of the things. It was some things I picked up. I had a big old like the store Myers. They
Yeah.
had like a mask, but it was
Mhm.
like for the whole head.
Yeah.
It wasn't a ski mask, but it was close to it.
Right. Yeah. It was
I seen that.
like a ninja type deal.
Yes,
Yeah. Like
yes.
a yeah. Hmm.
And I think it was that. that one, and then I had like an Egyptian one too. So I was like, oh, I can't pass this one up. I gotta get it. I gotta get it.
Oh,
And I still got it to this day. I got it in my car. So I was just
God.
like,
You got to wear one of these
oh,
days.
I got to. I
Yeah.
got
Oh,
to.
oh yeah.
I got to.
Yeah.
Oh man. I still got so many different masks and stuff, and I still got them to this day. I still got them in my car. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, I think I had a UFC one. I had a Lions one. I had a
Yeah.
Pistons one.
Mm-hmm.
I think I had one for like every Detroit team. It was cool. It was
Mm-hmm.
cool.
Now, if you would have got a Green Bay one, I wouldn't want a Green Bay thing buttered by my mouth. That would be
Oh no.
that's
Oh no.
nasty, man.
Oh
That's
no.
nasty.
Oh no. Hey, just having a hat just itself, it kind of freaks me out, but you know.
Two hats.
Two. Two. Yeah. Yeah. And I just happened, and then they was on sale, so I was like, "Oh, okay, well, they on sale, so I guess I gotta get them." So yeah,
Mm.
but
Well, actually, to tell you the truth, I would like little helmets of every team. That's what I would like. And
yeah,
then just have a wall behind me with little helmets of every team. And of
oh,
course, Green Bay is a team. That's what I knew.
yeah. And I would love to go to a game at Lambeau.
Oh,
I've
it's
never
true.
been.
Yeah,
I've never been to Lambeau. I've never been to Green Bay. I've never been to Wisconsin.
right.
So it would be. I would love to go to a Lions Packers game in Lambeau. I
Oh
think
yeah.
that would be. Oh, I would love to go to Lambeau, to Soldier Field,
Oh yeah. Yep.
and the
Minnesota.
arena where the Vikings play too, because
Yeah.
I heard
Yeah.
that's pretty nice too.
Yeah. I heard. Yep. That's what I heard. That was a real nice stadium. I mean,
Mhm.
and I also. I mean, I want to go to Las Vegas.
Oh
Yeah.
yes,
Oh yeah. And I want to go to Sulphur Field. Man, that. I mean, I know Sulphur Field is not a dome stadium, but it is covered, so you're not gonna get rained on. But you know,
yeah, yeah. I would love to go to Las Vegas, but the kind of person I am, I think I'll probably have too much fun in Las Vegas.
Golf says yes, yes, yes. Let's see. Okay, golf. Are
Hey,
are we gonna beat the Ravens? Yes, yes, it is.
yeah. Oh man. Oh man. I love it. I love it. I
Oh, geez.
love it. I wonder if they're gonna do any bobbleheads for the rest of the season. I
Oh,
wonder if they're gonna do that. That would be nice.
right. Yeah,
You know,
yeah, that would be nice.
yeah, that would be especially maybe other rookies like a Jameer Gibbs one or
Hmm.
Brian Branch or Jack Campbell or somebody.
Yeah.
That would
I
be
do hear I did hear they did have one of Dan Campbell, but it has it from when he was in last year on the Packers when he had that frozen snot.
you know.
Remember
Ah,
remember he had that frozen snot.
I think so.
No, well, they don't have a bobblehead. I'm kidding about that.
Yeah. Now I do have a Dan Campbell bobblehead though.
Oh, you do?
I do
Okay.
have one.
Okay. All
So I
right.
was like, yeah. No.
So go ahead and take an ice cube and just tape on there. No. Oh, okay.
Oh man,
man.
it's funny too. Like one of my friends, he's
You
a
got a friend?
comic.
Oh,
Huh?
I said, you got a friend? No, I'm joking.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Last time
yeah.
well,
Okay,
yeah,
okay, all right.
well,
Well,
yeah.
you're my friend too, so
Last time I checked, he would, but it
okay.
might be different in public. So, man, it was one of my friends. He's a comic,
Hmm.
and I think he went to an autograph signing last year.
Was that the guy that was on my show?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And I always laugh at that. He bought he bought a Green Bay Packers jersey and gave and let James Houston sign it. And what he did, what he said, but what he wanted him to sign, he said he was like he was like he. This the thing. He bought an Aaron Rodgers jersey,
Okay.
and what he did, he came up to James Houston and he said, could you put this down? Said F the Packers with the Aaron Rodgers. I thought that was and then did a video of it. I thought that was hilarious. It was hilarious.
Oh God. Oh God.
And I'm just like, I looked at
Wow.
it and I couldn't stop laughing at the video. Like, you gotta be kidding me.
Mhm.
And I'm just like, wow. Because I think it's still on his Instagram page, if I'm not mistaken.
I
Because
thought he said,
I definitely gotta look for it.
mhm. Hey,
But it
send
was
me a link to it. Yeah. If you find it, send me the link.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I thought it was man, it was it was hilarious, man. It was
Mhm.
I couldn't stop laughing at it. Because I'm like, oh man, you are just evil. You are evil. You are evil. I'm
But
like,
good. But good.
but good.
Yeah. Did you see
And
that Aaron Rodgers was actually running, working out and stuff already?
yeah, yeah. That's crazy.
I know.
That's crazy. He must really want to come back for
Yeah.
this Jets team.
You know what it is? It's his doppelganger. Remember they had that guy that looked like him?
Yeah. With the mustache. Oh man.
Oh,
Oh man. But Kirby Joseph is still his father though.
oh man.
So, shout out to the Curbster.
Yeah.
Oh.
Man,
Oh.
I tell you, that's one thing is that his last
Yeah. It's
two outings against Detroit.
man, and we had to go through so many years of not beating him, and then we finally beat him. It
Hmm.
just felt great. It
Yep,
was great.
yep. And there, I mean, there was years that we really beat them, but the NFL changed
Mhm.
it. You know, I
Right.
mean, like that one year with Matt. I mean, I will never, to the day I die, I'll never give them credit for that victory. You know, when they did a hands to the face was it hands to the face twice?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
The Trey
I
Flowers game.
right, yeah.
Mhm.
I'll never give them credit for because that was a stolen victory. That was one where the refs just said, "Here, Mister Packer, here, Aaron Rodgers," and Aaron Rodgers knew it. Aaron Rodgers knew it. I mean, because somebody had asked him, "Well, how do you feel to win like that?" He said, "Oh, I'll take the win whatever way we can get it." The better team got cheated that day. Stafford beat your ass.
Mhm.
I mean, Stafford
Mhm.
and the Lions were the better team. We beat your ass. It was that you guys needed at least 4 times for the referees to bail you guys out. and they will never get credit for that victory for me because it was a hand me down victory.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Mm-hmm.
That was just one of those victories where it was like, uh,
It's
you,
like
you were lucky.
right. I mean that was like I mean it was more like a participation trophy victory. You
Hmm.
know that's about all it was. you know, I mean,
Right.
I was here, so the NFL decided that we needed to win on national TV, so we gave them all the help that we could,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
and they did. I mean, it's just facts.
Yeah. Yeah. They had to help them out as much as possible.
Yep.
Unfortunately, in that type of circumstance, it's just like, well, they had to do something for him. He's Aaron Rodgers, so we had to do something.
Yep. Oh, it's a
Mm.
it's a teeny tiny. Oh, it's just so damn bad. Oh God. Oh
Unbelievable.
man.
Is this
Oh,
okay?
yeah, it was weird because I mean, after I did my last stream, I don't know when it was Friday or whatever. I wasn't even looking for this. I was going through stuff, and then all of a sudden, yeah, it was like some of the worst calls that on how the Lions had been cheated out, and they just showed. I mean, it was like that one where Atlanta, where they batted the ball out of the end zone and that should have been a penalty. The ball should have went back to Detroit, and we probably would have won the game there. I mean, but not even the refs knew about that. Yeah, right. The refs
No,
knew about it, but they didn't call it. I,
unbelievable.
yeah, and of course, then when Swartz, you know, I mean, what damn rule do you have when you go ahead? How do you reward a team because because our coach was so darn mad, all right, because the refs go ahead and mess the play up and let him run for that touchdown when it really, when he really was supposed to be down. And he gets so mad that he throws a challenge flag, but then you can't even look at the play. Plus, you get penalized.
Hmm.
Ugh!
Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, could you imagine if a lawyer actually went to the NFL like this?
Oh, oh,
I mean, it's yeah,
oh, oh, that would be insane.
yep, yep. And then like that 66-yard field goal that the Ravens had,
Hmm.
it should have
Hmm.
never happened. You know why?
Mm.
Because it it was a should have been delay a game by a long period. I mean, there was like at least 3 to 5 seconds over that it would have been delay a game, but the refs never caught it.
Yeah.
So it would have been a 10-second runoff,
Hmm.
or even it would have been like a 5 yards backed up. So it would have
Right.
been 71 yard. You would have
Right.
had to try it from.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
true.
and yeah, and those are things. And when you look at records and wins and losses, you don't see all the intricate things on how things have been cheated. But now they still tried to cheat us, but we just beat them anyway.
Right.
you know?
They try so hard to cheat this team
Oh
and
yeah,
to have all these penalties and stuff, and it's just like,
yeah.
come on now, you got to give us some respect somehow, like
Hmm.
But all those years, and then it's helping us out this year.
Yeah.
It's just so like we with this team, they deserve to have this moment,
Right.
and
Oh
the
yeah.
fans deserve it as well.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah, because we've been through thick and thin. You know,
Yeah, we've been through it for
we've been through the 0 and 18.
yeah.
Or yeah, 0 and 16, not 18. They're into the even.
You know,
Yeah,
it's just the whole thing, and you hate that
yeah, yeah.
we had
And
to
the,
go through that with
yeah.
Barry, with Calvin, with Herman,
Mm-hmm.
all these different quarterbacks.
Yep.
Just two,
Joey Harrington. Uh,
you
oh,
know,
God. Charlie
Harrington,
Batch.
Batch,
Yep.
Dante Culpepper,
Oh, yeah.
Gus Farrat.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. And
you
then,
know,
of course, Dan Olofsky.
yep. You can't forget about Ty Detmer.
Right? Yep. But I mean, Dan Orlovsky goes ahead and he will never live it down where he went ahead and he got that safety by running out end
Mhm.
zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They still make fun of him to this day about
I know,
ESPN.
but
Hilarious.
he's still one of the biggest Lions supporters there is, though. You know,
Yes.
he has been like what but yeah, you're right. They still, and I think he got tired of it the other day because he said something about that if the
Mhm.
team would have been better.
And he's
Oh,
always been a big Stafford
oh
supporter
yeah,
too.
oh yeah, he is.
Always.
Yep, he always said on how they would, you know, say, well, these were junkyards, and that no, it wasn't that it was junkyards. It was just that was when they were really trying to get it.
Hmm.
You
Absolutely.
know,
Absolutely.
yep,
We didn't been through it over the years with this team. I mean,
yep,
oh man.
yeah,
It's
and yep, and it's like I mean, like that one time when I think it was Golden Tate got that touchdown, but they said he didn't. They took it away. Then you had that 10-second runoff.
that
Uh,
Atlanta game. Yep.
yep.
I
I mean,
remember.
yeah, and it. I mean, how do you mess it up on replay? No. See, that is one thing that I like so much better about the XFL and the USFL is they show you why they make their decision. NFL,
Absolutely.
it's just like they they don't show you. They don't say, well, it was because of this or because of that. I mean, a Fox analyst may say it, and a lot of times a Fox analyst will say, well, they were wrong in that call.
Hmm.
But the the USFL and the XFL, I wonder what their league is going to be called now. Is XUSL? I don't
I,
know.
I don't know what it's gonna be called, but I can't wait for that season to
Oh yeah,
start.
yep. As
It's
long as they keep the Michigan Panthers the same.
yeah,
Yeah. The
yeah.
yeah, the only team that I see is where there might be a little bit of problem is you got two teams in Houston now. Because you got the Houston Roughnecks or whatever it is, and then you also have the Houston Gamblers.
Mm,
You know.
mm.
So I don't know how they're gonna then I heard in like maybe 3 years they're gonna sell the franchise so that you have like different owners than what
Mm.
you got now. So
Now it is going to be interesting to see how many games they're going to
right.
play too with
Mm-hmm.
all these extra teams.
Right.
I don't know if they're going to have it the same way,
Mm-hmm.
or because I'm pretty sure they're not going to have it the same way.
No.
Would it be in more teams?
Right.
I don't know if it might be a 16 games, 17
Right.
games. You know,
See the original USFL played like 14 or 15, 14 or 16 games. I can't remember what
mhm.
the original was.
Yeah.
It was like, it was like 16 games. I think it was. It might
Okay.
have been 14. But
Okay.
but what I would do if I was them, all right, is I would keep, like the USFL. would be like a conference, and the XFL would be like a conference. You
Mm,
know, you now one league might have two extra teams, so you might need to move one over to to make the conferences even. All
right.
right, but that's what I would do, and I would keep the playoff structure how you have it, where you had like the one playoff, then you would have like the USFL championships and the XFL champion. Then you'd have like the combined. You would have like the combined. So it would be kind of like,
Like
I
that.
mean, you couldn't call it Super Bowl, but it would be kind of like you know, kind of like the United Championship or something.
Yeah.
You know,
I like how they do it in soccer.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, or even like how they do it in the just have the two conferences play each other, the two winners and stuff like that. Yeah, but
Not a bad idea. That's
well,
not a bad
but
idea. I like
yeah,
that.
I mean, and I've been talking about that way before that merger came. I was talking about that at the beginning of the year, at the beginning of
Yeah.
last year. I said they ought to, and I just wonder when because I know they'll start at the same time now
Hmm.
because the XFL they always started a little bit earlier than the US, like a month earlier.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but now they'll have to start at the same time, so
Yeah. I'm looking
yeah,
forward to it.
I'm too. I'm too. It's just
I'm looking so forward to it. I don't know because I know it's been some of the players that were on the team last year have moved on to different teams.
yep.
So it's going to be interesting to see,
Mm-hmm.
who's on this team, what their schedule is going to be like.
Right.
You know what I mean? And also, if they still going to have two teams play at Ford Field. That's going
Right.
to be interesting if they
Yeah.
do that again.
Yeah. It is. Right.
That'll be, you know, I don't know. It's for surely the Panthers going to be there, but I don't know if the Philadelphia Stars is still going to
Right.
be there.
Yeah.
And it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to do the playoffs too.
Right.
That's going to be interesting. Are they going to have home playoff games at these teams' home stadium, or are they going to have it in Canton like they did last year?
Right.
So that'll be interesting to see
Mm-hmm.
how that is as well.
Right. Yeah.
So
Now
I'm
wasn't like the first home playoff game, wasn't it at or I- yeah, I know.
yeah, I think all the playoff games was in Canton.
I think you're right. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you're right. Yeah.
Mhm.
But that was a USFL thing, so maybe now it could be that because see the USFL might have signed be under obligation for so many years. Because remember that the first year, they all played in on what was it, Alabama?
I
Yeah,
believe so.
Birmingham. Yeah, they all played in Birmingham, Alabama in the first
Mhm.
year.
Yep.
Then last year they went ahead and they had four different venues that they played in. But it could be, but even the first year the playoffs were in Canton.
Right.
So it could
Right.
be that they're under contract for so many years to do that. You know.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that I want to do too. I've never been to that stadium in Canton. I've never
Hmm.
been to Canton.
Me either.
So I've that's always been a dream of mine to not only just go there to see their stadium, but to see the Hall of Fame there too.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's been a dream of mine too.
Hmm. Yep. Oh yeah. I got to go there sometime too, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. That's just like one of those experiences where you just look back and be like,
Yeah.
wow,
And
all these greats and
do you think you'll get to see Michael Banks there or Michael?
yeah.
Yeah, because he's in the Fan Hall of Fame there. So
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm definitely looking
Yeah.
forward to it because I
Hmm.
I talk to Michael all the time, so
Mm-hmm.
it's just he's he's a great person. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
he's one of the originators of Lion fans.
Oh
Like
yeah.
he really cares
Yep.
about the
Oh
Lion,
yeah.
and I
Mm-hmm.
respect that. I respect anybody who's been a Lion fan for years, years.
Yeah. Now
It's
this coming from some. You are not seeing things, people, on here. He does have a Tampa Bay
yeah,
Buccaneers hat on, but
right,
he is a 100% Lion fan. Okay.
right, right. I just wore this because I told Tim I had the hat, so I had to prove it to him that I had the hat.
I
So,
know. I know. I know.
but I'm definitely a
Yeah.
true Lions fan.
Mm-hmm.
I
True
love
blue
my
and
Detroit teams, man.
yeah.
I love them. You may see me with
Yep.
different team hats because I just love sports,
Yep.
but I really love my Detroit teams,
Oh yeah.
like no other. Like
Yeah.
I love them. Like
Well.
I talk about them a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's mostly all I know is my Detroit teams. I know other
Oh.
teams, but I know more about my Detroit
Yep. Oh yeah.
because I'm at the games. I'm passionate. I do like
Yeah.
and it's all about just having fun while you at these games. And
Oh
you
yeah.
see
It is.
and you come across a lot of different people and different fans, and they're just as cool. So
Mm-hmm. Yep.
not all fans is bad. There's a lot of good fans out here.
Oh yeah. Yep. There sure is. There sure is. And there. I mean, it's just. I mean, heck, and that's what bringing the Maniac out is.
Right,
Uh,
right.
exactly. It's it's the the phantasm. Uh,
hmm hmm It shows the maniac and it shows the phantom in you.
yep. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's nothing wrong with being passionate about your team. It's nothing
Nope.
wrong with that.
Right.
Because I've come across people who say, I don't know if I should be, a fanatic like this or anything like that. It's like it's nothing wrong with that. You're showing passion for your team. You
Right.
love your team, and it's just you ain't afraid to show it.
Yep. Yep.
You
As
know,
long as you keep the guns in the holsters.
but
Yeah. I
yeah,
mean, they're. You know. I mean,
yeah,
no. There's no. No fist cuffs and all. But I mean, go ahead, cheer. I mean, go ahead and act like an idiot. We don't care. I mean, that's one thing about sports is you can go ahead and act like an idiot, but there's 1,000+ people acting like an idiot
yeah,
just like you.
right. And some of them do it even worse.
Oh yeah, yep.
Why? Hey, Tim, why
Yep.
they got some liquid courage?
Oh yeah. Well, I still remember that one guy behind a $15 beer. I mean, yeah, the tickets are only like
Oh,
are only like $10, but a $15 beer.
oh
Oh,
man.
oh,
Oh
oh.
man. Especially when they had those deals before the game and they'd be like, oh my God, they on sale. Whoa. 10 beers later, they down to the flow, just like,
Yeah.
you
It's
didn't
when
say
you get
anything.
that. It's just that when you get that credit card bill, it's like, what the fuck did I
You're like, wait a minute, hold on. I don't remember
do?
calling the sex hotline. Where did these came from? What is this? 976 what? I'm like, oh no, no, no. $1,000 phone bill? Like, jeez.
Oh
Oh
man.
man. And I think one of the funniest things I seen at a Lions game, I think it was like a couple years ago, and they happened to play the Packers.
Yeah.
And one of the guys a row before me,
Mm-hmm.
He was, passionate. He had on a Packers jersey. He had a Packers Rodgers jersey.
Yep.
He was going crazy over and stuff. And then all of a sudden, this is what happened when you have so many beers. You pass out and you throw up. I'm like, I looked at that and I said, I should have put this on video. Oh, I've never seen somebody throw up as much as he did.
Oh
I was like,
God.
oh my God. And it was so bad that they needed 3 people to help him up to get out of the stadium because they threw him out. They
Oh
threw
yeah.
him out.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to get like 3 security guys to help him up to get him out of there because he was so drunk.
And I bet he had gloves. They had gloves and all that. Ew.
Oh yes.
Oh God, that would be gross as
Oh
hell.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Tim, he got it all over his Rodgers jersey.
I hope it stained his
I,
damn rod.
I hope so too.
He
I
probably-
thought that was hilarious. I'm like, oh man, and a perfect way and a perfect ending for that.
Yep. The last game that I was at when they played the Packers was when they had when the kicker missed all those field goals.
Oh yes.
Shit, that
Yes.
was it. Yeah,
Yeah.
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 I remember that. It was like,
Mm,
yeah,
mm.
that's been a few years.
Yeah.
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 Oh,
Yeah. And I remember a week later, I think they cut him. I think they cut him. Which
no, he's still there. Cobb is still there.
oh.
Yeah, Cobb
Oh.
is still there. Yeah, it was. Yeah, because
Ooh.
it was just one of those days. Remember last year in one of the playoffs, Dallas kicker did that. Missed all those points, all the
Yeah.
extra points, and all the
Yeah, I think a
yeah.
couple years ago, a Bears kicker did that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, that's his job. And sure enough, lost the
Yeah.
season.
Yeah.
And I think it was like a swivel kick.
Yeah.
And it was just like, it's like I kind of feel bad for him. And then I realized it was the Bears, so I didn't feel bad. You know what I'm saying? I didn't feel
Right.
too bad for him.
Right.
I was just like, oh, it's the playoff game. And I think they had a good record that year too.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I can't remember who they lost to. I want to say, was it I think it was Seattle.
It
I
might
think
have
they
been,
lost
yeah.
to Seattle.
I think you're right.
Yeah. And
Because they won the North that year.
yeah. Yeah. And I just noted I noticed the kicker missed I think he missed all the field goals he missed that game was went the same direction.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, oh.
Sometimes you just get that kind of luck. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
It happens.
Yeah. Remember after Hanson retired? Oh my gosh.
Oh.
We had some kickers that were like, and
That was horrible.
I remember when we got Prater.
Oh, yeah.
When we got Prater, Jim told me, he said, "Don't worry, all our kicking woes are over." First game that Prater was with us, he goes ahead and missed like 2 field goals. Oh, yeah. Jim was just like, I mean, he got better afterwards, but it was like, really? Of course, I had to give him some shit about it,
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
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 Uh,
We had our history of kickers, that's for
yep.
sure.
Yep. And then oh shoot, Jason Henson and Steady
Eddie
Eddie
Murray.
Murray.
Yep.
And I still remember that 49ers missed.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we would have been in the playoffs, but yeah, Steady Eddie missed that one. It was like, oh, geez. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
That was a bummer, man. That was a
Yep.
bummer.
Mm-hmm.
That was our Lions woes over the years, man.
I know.
Uh man,
Yeah.
you look back at it, you'd be like, I really am a fan if I've seen all of that. And I'm still going through it, and I still got hope.
Yep.
You know, even when others
Mm,
ain't even there no more.
right.
You know, they was,
Oh.
but
And and guys like us, we take shit too for being
yes,
Lions
a
fans.
lot of it.
Oh yeah, it's like, oh, they're terrible, they're crap, oh
Mhm.
man, and we are, and it's
Be like, they ain't the lions, they the kittens.
oh yeah, oh no kid, this guy I worked on,
Yeah.
yeah, her, I think it was his mom had, or his mom and his grandma or had the granddaughter over. I think his wife had the granddaughter or something,
Hmm.
and she said, why, why do they call them the lions when they play like kittens? That grandma may love the grandchild, but she kicked that. She called the mother up and she said, "You come get this child right now." she, she kicked them right out. She kicked her right out. She said, "No, you don't disrespect my lines."
Be like, you disrespect my lions one more time, you getting up out of here.
No, she caught him and she had him. She had. It was no second chance. I mean, I'm sure she had gotten back. There was no second chance. She had it with that grandchild that day.
Oh
And
wow.
the guy, I mean,
Wow.
this guy told me this like last year, and he just reminded me of it today. He said, "Yeah," he goes, "Well, they're not playing like kids anymore." I remember, I remember my granddaughter saying that to my wife. They're not, they're not, they play like kitty cats. Why do you call them the lion? Come get called your daughter up and said, "Come get this child right now."
Be like, the lions suck. No, no, why are you still fans of them? Yeah, I gotta
but we,
stick to it.
but I mean, a grandma says, "Don't respect my line. Don't disrespect my lines. You're out of here." I mean, you know how grandmas love their grandchild.
Oh yes.
Yeah, but
No
that
question.
grandma was not having any of that shit talk against the lions.
Be like, yeah, you gotta go on out of here with all that lion talk. You know, we ain't.
Yeah, you're not going to ditch my lions in my own home. Oh shoot!
Oh, that's
Oh
the
man!
hey, yeah, that's how it is though. But
Yeah.
we went through some wars, we done went through a lot, and we
Mm.
still here, man, through thick and thin. We still fans.
Oh yeah!
And we still passionate about talking about them.
Oh yeah! We are. We
Yeah.
are.
Yeah, and it's a great thing. And
Hmm.
you see people that still love to talk about just like yourself, man, to be a fan and still have a passion to talk about them.
Mm-hmm.
even through years and years and years, and still passionate about it and want to talk about it. That's a great thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
Oh yeah.
great thing. And you don't see too many people that still want to talk about their teams.
Right.
And especially when they bad, you still got to be positive enough to
Right.
still speak on them and still talk on them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not easy, but hey,
Right.
some of us got to do it.
Yeah.
Even if it hurts us, even as much as we want to throw the remotes at the TVs.
And do the TV like Jim did. Oh God.
You'd be like, then you got to think about, hey, I paid too
Yeah.
much money for this TV. I can't
Yeah.
damage
Yeah. That's why he was one that he's one that even before he did that, he said he needed a phone remote control. He should have got.
it. Or you have
Uh,
some of these fans that be like, oh man, if I turn the game off, they gonna mess around and lose. I gotta turn it on.
yeah.
I gotta watch it because if I don't watch it, they gonna lose.
Right.
Yeah. As soon as you
Oh.
turn the TV off, next thing you know, you turn it back on, you find out they lose. You'd be like, see, that's what I told
Well, you know what? And I mean, I had always been, I'm on that watches it to the end, no matter what. Okay, I've always been one that has, but there was one time the one time I gave up on them, I
you.
missed the best comeback they ever had. I gave up on them that day. I just shut off. It was a Minnesota game, and they went ahead and put the bulk package in and stuff like that. And they came back and they beat Minnesota. My
Mm.
mom actually called me from the neighbor's house, said, I heard the Lions won. I go, what? The Lions were losing like crazy. The one time, so the one time I actually shut them off, I missed one of the best comebacks ever. Yeah, I
Mhm.
guess they put the bulk package in, and they just
Yeah,
ran over Minnesota that time. Oh,
yeah,
and I missed it.
yeah. And it was like one of the games I came so close of not
Mm.
being a fan was that Aaron Rodgers Hail Mary throw.
Oh gosh.
And the crazy thing is I was asleep at halftime and then I messed around and got up and I found out they lost. And I'm thinking like, what? Like, wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute. Then I seen what happened. I said, I'm done. I'm done. I said, I'm done. I'm like, what? I'm
and it was and it's and that was one of those plays that really was not a face mask call. They should. I mean, it was his hand wasn't even on his face at all.
mm-hmm,
I mean,
mm-hmm,
I mean, yes, it was a great throw by Aaron Rodgers. I mean, lucky as hell. I mean,
right,
sometimes
right,
you wonder if he does his witchcraft or whatever to,
right,
you
right.
know.
Aaron Rodgers, the Richard Rodgers. Like Rodgers, the Rodgers. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. I
Like,
mean, I mean, it's like, and some. I mean, there. Some of the things that have happened over the years, it's like total Murphy's law. I mean, you see, I mean, there's just like bounces like crazy that go the opposite way.
yeah,
It's like there's like like a hand guiding him somewhere. I mean,
yeah.
it's like what the hell just happened? you know, it's like you're looking. What the what? Oh
Uh,
man.
years of frustration, man.
Oh
It's
yeah.
frustration.
Yep.
But we still stuck by it,
Yeah.
and we still love this Lions team.
Oh
No
yeah.
matter what.
Right. I
Yeah.
mean, Jim always used to count when he made his prediction for the years.
Yeah.
He always counted two losses, no matter what, more than what he thought the Lions would get,
Hmm.
just because of the refs. He'd
Yeah.
say the refs would at least screw us out in two games, and
Uh-huh.
he would tell everybody. He said, "Yeah."
Oh
Oh
man. And
yeah.
nobody and people can't say that this is the same old Lions
Oh
anymore.
no.
They
Oh no.
can't
They
do,
can't. No.
you know, so
And they
many
can't even say, well, they're going to lose because they're the Lions. Because they're
right?
not. I mean, now the worst thing they could do is go revert back to that old mentality, but I don't think they're going to.
No.
Because I mean, we still got to face. We only played one NFC North game so far. So
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
still got to go in and take care of business.
We do.
Yeah, I
We
mean,
do. And that
and
meant
we,
that and that Minnesota game always be one of those hiccup games to where we can dominate that game, but for some reason during them last minute or two left, Minnesota finds a way to win the game. And
yeah. But that's the old lines.
yeah,
That's the
yeah,
old lines. That's not these lines.
right,
You
right,
know.
right. This is a much focused
Mm-hmm.
team, and the more, and you
Yeah.
see that they come together more on the road.
Yep. They
Like
do.
you just like man under these hostile environments, and
Yep.
it's just they just not intimidated by
Yeah.
just to the team and the crowd.
Yeah. Now they don't need to come up with any slogan like dagger time. Grit is fine. That's good. But they don't need to because I mean Matthew Stafford came up with that slogan. We got we didn't get dagger, but once he came up with a slogan, we sucked. and and remember when we were uh, back when Billy Sims was around, they thought another one bites the dust, another one
Yep,
bites the dust.
yep.
Then after that, we started biting the dust, biting the
Mhm,
dust, biting the dust, and we
mhm.
yeah,
Yep,
don't
that's true.
just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah,
you know.
right. And that's the big thing about this team. Like they
Mm,
can't worry about what everybody else is doing. They just
so,
got to concentrate what
yeah,
they're doing.
yeah, and
Oh,
see, one of the reasons we lost so badly to the Patriots, though, Dan Campbell outpsyched himself.
yeah.
He had too much Belichick in his eyes, you know.
Hmm.
Although I think if we played him right now, Belichick would be crying.
Oh yeah,
If we there is yeah,
yeah.
Belichick would be no it would be yeah he would be crying.
Oh yeah. Most definitely. That's a team that's in shambles and really don't know exactly what they're doing. They're definitely under transition.
Oh yeah.
Like man, they need to just regroup and refurbish and do everything.
Hmm.
Team.
Right.
Like they don't know what they want to do with Mac Jones.
Right.
The running game is very subpar.
Exactly.
And it's just like the defense is just the defense.
Hmm.
It's been years since they had really a good defense.
Yep. And it
And
actually got the first year after Matt Patricia left them, their
mm,
defense got better.
yeah,
Then our old when after Matt Patricia left them and went to our whole team got worse. Oh
right.
gosh,
it
it was crazy.
is.
Yeah, I
It
mean it
is.
was.
It is insane. Like
Yeah,
how things have happened over the years. It's just I
Mhm.
sometimes think about it and just be like, man,
Matt
it been,
Patricia was kind of like a Bobby Ross.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yep, because they thought that Bobby Ross, because they thought they needed somebody tougher than Rain Fonts. They bring in Bobby Ross. Good God, that was.
yeah, yeah. And
I
then
remember he left the field crying. Remember that when he quit?
I do.
He actually quit. Yeah. Oh, and remember when they brought in morning weight? Millen brought in morning weight. All right.
Yeah,
And we had him for
yeah.
1 year, and he did all right. Then Mariucci got fired. He brings in Mariucci. Mariucci comes in with his, you know, suit and all this other stuff. I told Jim, I said, what did Mariucci even do for the 49ers? He got him to one playoff game. That was it.
That
I
was
think it
it.
was one in the NFC Championship game. That was it. He did nothing. After after that, Jim said, "You were right about Mariucci because I think Mariucci, he's fired after one season, And Matt Millen, everything he would just go ahead, receiver, pick her, another receiver, another receiver.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
Remember that? It was a
Terrible.
yeah,
Absolutely terrible.
yep,
But that's part of the game, man. That's part of the game. It happens.
yeah. And
It happens. That stuff.
remember your state's Charles Rogers. Michigan State Charles Rogers. Oh
Hey,
my.
hey,
Oh.
special RIP to Charles Rogers. Special RIP. But you know what's funny? I always remember his commercial.
Hmm.
And I thought it was hilarious. And you had Ray Lewis on there.
Hmm.
And it was just him and Ray Lewis, and it was funny. And it was the whole tagline was just, I'm Charles Rogers. You like, and then you got Ray Lewis like, say it like you mean it. Say it
Right.
like you mean it. I'm Charles Rogers. No, man, you gotta feel it. I'm Charles Rogers. I got 68 catches and 13 touchdowns. I'm Charles. Oh
Oh, for state, yeah, but for the Lions,
no.
oh
Yeah.
god,
Yeah.
didn't get hurt like on the first play or something like that.
I believe so.
Yeah, then he
I
came back the
believe
next
so.
year. He came back the next year and got hurt again.
Hmm.
Oh man,
And had a catch,
yeah.
and then nobody touched him. He threw the ball, he spiked the ball, and then the other team caught it, and I think they ran it in for a touchdown.
Oh god, yeah. Oh
I'm
man,
like, come on, man.
you can't be
Come
doing
on. That's not Charles Rogers like. It's just come on. I'm like,
that. Yeah. And then of course we had the unfortunate deal where Eric Andrzejczyk, he ended up getting killed.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
offensive lineman there,
It's
and
tough.
then of course Utley, he got paralyzed.
Yeah. That was
And
tough too.
yep,
That was very tough.
right. And those were when the lines were starting to, were actually starting to grow. Then
Mhm.
you get those things happen. That's just dumb. It's sad,
Yeah.
especially for both of those guys
Yeah.
and their families and stuff. He was mowing his lawn, and then a semi truck goes and plows him down.
Yeah.
That's
That's
yeah,
unfortunate.
yeah, it is.
Man,
Yeah.
that is yeah, you don't want to wish that on anybody.
Oh, no, no, I'm not. I'm not. But
No.
it's just darn things that happen,
Yeah.
and obviously, the life is a lot more important than football games.
Absolutely.
Definitely, definitely.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, yeah, the family lost so much.
Yeah, it's yeah, these tragedies and
Yeah.
everything, and these
Hmm.
sports deaths, man. It's just like, man, when you seeing something like that happen to
Yeah.
somebody, or
Hmm.
you see players that's on the field and they collapse like a DeMar Hamlin
Oh yeah.
here.
Yeah.
That was
Hmm.
tough. That
Oh
was
yeah.
tough to watch.
Yep. Oh
You
yeah.
know, just right up there, and then people treated that like he's gonna be all right, and they didn't realize how serious it really was.
Hmm. Yep. Except the players there.
Yeah.
The play, both teams said no, it's not worth it to continue the game.
Hmm.
You know.
Right.
Yep.
And people were upset about that, but then you got to really realize that's somebody's life right there.
Yep.
So
Hmm.
you got to understand that.
Oh yeah, definitely,
You
definitely,
know?
you do.
And I thought the NFL did a good job on.
Hmm.
I thought they did a great job on that,
Yep.
man. It just
Hmm.
shows how much they really care
Yep.
about that player. They put that player first before the
Hmm.
game.
Yep.
You know.
And you seen a few times where some incidents kind of got close this year.
Hmm.
Where things were, the times were stopped and stuff, and you know,
Absolutely.
yeah, and it should be, and because you got to take care of, you got to take because that's a person, that's a person, that's a life.
Oh
And
yeah.
so you
Absolutely.
gotta definitely put them first. You
Yeah.
know.
Because I've even seen a lot of these young kids, especially in college. A lot
Mm-hmm.
of these young kids, they collapse and they die
Mm-hmm.
right in practice.
Yep.
Like,
But
it's, man,
yep.
it's sad.
Oh yeah, it is.
You
Yep.
know, having these young kids that's teenagers to like early 20s, and then having
Mm-hmm.
having their lives gone like that at such an early age. It's just,
Oh yeah.
that is, I man, that is terrible. That
It
is
is.
absolutely
It is
terrible.
real. Yep.
Hmm. And it just tells you how you have to value life, because you just
Mm-hmm.
know what can happen nowadays.
Right.
You know, just value all these moments and times that you hear. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah,
anyway,
because you never know.
yeah, absolutely,
Yep.
absolutely. And that's what I tell people. I tell people, hey, listen, I mean, you here for a purpose. You here for a
Mm.
reason. Just you just gotta have fun, do what you can. You
Right.
have goals, or you have places you want to go to. Hey, nothing is stopping you. You just got to make it happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh
You
yeah.
know,
Yep.
it's the same. The same as people have dreams and doing something. Like, if you want to, because I even tell people, if they want to, you know, if you want to do a podcast,
Mm-hmm.
go and do it. Don't be afraid to not do it. Just go and do it. You never
Right.
know who's who's watching you, who's watching your product, who's watching your
Right.
videos, and everything. You just never know.
Yep. Oh yeah. And that was one of the things that happened with like Lions Nation Unite and stuff. You know, I mean that's they you know started watching us, and that's how Detroit Lions under Prowl, Dosa Dion, and all of them
Mhm.
got on. And Michael Banks.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir. Hmm.
yep.
Every all the podcasters who's like have a name, or
Mhm.
guys and girls that's up and coming.
Yep.
I just keep doing it. You just
Hmm.
never know who's out there watching your videos and everything. And I tell people, is no matter you know what kind of status you are, just keep on doing it.
Hmm.
You
Yep.
know, you can have one subscriber, 100 subscribers, 1 million. Long as that, if you catching on to some people,
Mm-hmm.
That's enough right there. That
Yep.
one or 10 or 100 people that's looking at your videos, that
Right.
helps.
Oh
That
yeah.
can travel.
Oh yeah, I can for sure.
Hmm. And I would just tell people like, hey, if you want to put it out there, just put, send it to your friends, send it in groups, send it
Mm-hmm.
everywhere you can to just
Yep.
put it out there.
Oh yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Send it to your Facebook is really a good just post in groups that will let you post it for sure.
absolutely,
Hmm.
absolutely. As long as you got permission to do it, because you
Yeah.
just
Right. That's what I said. And if they'll
yeah,
let you, if they'll let you post it,
yeah. Because I've been thrown out a lot of groups for doing that. Like, oh, you gotta have permission. I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't read the rule book. I'm
Right.
sorry. Next thing you know, you're banned, and I'm like, oh, can't go
Yeah.
back on there no more.
Right. Yeah. Well, I know that's one on our when me and Jim first started a podcast. That's what he would, and it would be like we and back then it was just like once a week we did it, and it was not YouTube or anything, but we had our content on some of the groups. It would we had more content that was posted on their groups than they had. So yeah, we got in Facebook jail a couple times. Yeah, and then what they do is they change the algorithms too on
Mm,
you if you do it too much,
yeah,
and then they'll because they'll mark you as you know they could even
absolutely.
mark you as spamming, and so yeah, you gotta watch that. But
Yeah.
yeah, like you say, the best way is to have permission. I mean, I still, I think it was the time before last time. Somebody had said something about their WhatsApp number.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm,
I thought it was you, Jet, because I know
yeah.
he does things like that. But it ended up being a stupid, too dumb, some damn sex line. I had to
Oh,
go
oh,
in.
oh, the WhatsApp numbers and stuff. Yeah.
It's like I went ahead and highlighted it and said, oh, "Is that you?" And I took it off, but then I went ahead and blocked it right. And no,
That's hey, hey,
yeah.
hey, hey, Tim. That's one of them 976 numbers.
Oh God. Oh man.
Ooh.
I was just going through and and the only reason I know is that I was going through Facebook and reading like the comments and stuff, and I said, "Shit." I said, "Banned."
Be
Oh
like, wait
man.
a minute, they put a spam on there. Now I got a
I,
virus on my computer.
oh God.
Ah.
Well, I did open it up. Thank you. I hope nobody opened it up. That'd be awful if some little kid caught that from my.
Be like,
Oh,
be like,
geez.
that go one of them chain letters again.
What? Yeah. Where did you get this from? Oh, I got it from Maniac Tim's. Man, what's his Maniac?
Be like, Maniac Tim, he must have really been a maniac to send that to you. I'm like, oh yeah, we
Oh,
got to
God.
report him.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. Oh, man.
Oh
Yeah.
man, this is crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
I'm having so much fun. I hate to do this, but I do have to get some sleep.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to sleep too, man.
Okay, man. Thanks for coming on. I do
Oh,
appreciate it. Man, I needed to laugh. It's been, oh, laughter is great for the soul. It
oh
is. It
yes,
is. You know.
yeah. And I tell people a lot, man. It's like you have to stay positive and you have to
Mhm.
laugh because you don't want to be around people and you don't want to be angry yourself.
Oh yeah.
That's just
Exactly.
adding more tension and anger and high blood pressure and everything. And you don't want to do that. You
Oh
know,
no.
it's enough of that stuff going along that can cause you that.
Yep.
But
Oh yeah.
you don't want to be angry all the time and take it out on people, and then you just never know how another person is. They just
Yeah.
triggered to want to do something. The next thing you know, they doing something to you, and you can't come back from that.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And of course, I want to thank Grandizer 12 and anybody else who listened. And definitely to Steve.
Yes, sir.
Also, shout out your guys' podcast again. Go ahead and
It's
shout out.
it's D313XP. We've changed it to it's every Wednesday at like between 8:30 and 8:45 p.m. We're actually gonna do one Wednesday. We don't know if we're gonna have a special guest on or not. If we don't, we're just gonna be it's just gonna be us three. So we're gonna have other people, and then Tim, you're welcome to come on
Yeah.
as well. So
Yeah. What now? What when you send me a link, where do you send it? Because I never see the links.
I've sent it. I send it through like text message through your phone, or
Okay.
I may have to do it. Or
Message me on Facebook Messenger.
got you,
That,
got you.
that will be the best place for me to get it. Yeah.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay, because I can send you to link to even to just look at the show, or if you want to just join in, I can send you the live Ustream link as well.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. If at all possible, I can get vacation or not vacation. Break at that time.
Yeah,
Yeah. Then
absolutely.
I'll try to at least hop in for a while. You know.
Okay. That
Mm-hmm.
and like I said, if you go on, you can go on as long as you want to.
Mm-hmm.
If you
Yeah.
want to go on for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, you know that's definitely fine.
Right.
Because
Mm-hmm.
one thing about what we do, we respect everybody's time.
Yep.
So if it's want to be on there 10 minutes, 15, 20, 5, even if it's a couple minutes, it's cool. It's
Mm-hmm.
no problem. We just
Yeah.
we would just be happy and honored that you on.
Yep.
We
And I want to be on too. I do. I ain't been. I have not just been talking, not doing it. Just
Yeah,
I mean, I want to be on. I want to shoot. You guys are my family.
right,
My
right.
live
We all
family.
family,
Oh
man.
yeah. Yep.
We all family, and the guys talk about you all the time. They definitely want you to come on because
Mm-hmm.
they've been dying to get you on, and I've definitely told them about coming on to your show as well.
Mm-hmm.
So we've definitely excited about it. We like I said, we all family.
Yep.
So all of us guys, we're just Lions podcasters, but we get along with each other
Mm-hmm.
and we respect each other, and
Right.
then we put everybody's name out there. Like we'll
Mm-hmm.
shout them out. We'll do everything. So
Yep.
it's no hate. It's no nothing. We want everybody to win. We want
Right.
everybody to eat.
We want, yeah, just to see, yeah, we want it, and that was one of the things that were. I mean, I'll tell you, if you would have knew in Jim, yeah, you guys. I mean, there. I mean, that was the way he. It was not competing. It was collaborating.
Absolutely.
Getting and growing people, and stuff like that. So, and that's what we got to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. And that's why we have so much respect for yourself and your podcast, and then everybody else too. From like you
Mhm,
said, from the Dose of Dion's, from the Everything Kings to the
mhm.
ESNs to the Detroit Lions on the Prowl, the Curtis Steels, and
Yeah.
just everybody.
Hmm.
We have love for everybody. We shot everybody out. So it's no love. I mean, it's always love,
Right.
and it's respect, and
Yeah.
we honor that and we respect that.
Hmm. All right.
You know.
So I am going to call it a night.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you.
And hopefully things will work out and I'll be on tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Or actually
Right.
later on today since it's after midnight.
Yeah, yeah. You're right about that. I almost forgot what time it was.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's almost 4 in the morning, actually.
Oh wow. Oh
Yeah,
wow.
3:42.
Ooh. Ooh,
Yeah, I
ooh.
know.
Oh,
I know.
oh, geez.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's been fun, man. I always
Oh,
have fun, coming on your show. And, whenever you get on, man, I definitely, hop on,
mhm.
speak my voice and deal on your topics because I always have fun, man. You always got some great stuff here. And I respect that. And you know what I'm saying? I don't have no problem, posting all your videos, man. So I have a
Thank
lot
you.
of respect for you, and I thank you for always, just put me on your show, man. I really appreciate it.
I and hey, feelings mutual. I appreciate you coming on, and I mean, that's just it's great. It's great. I mean, it's great. I really and remember, if you find that one that one that comedy with
Yes,
Aaron Rodgers.
right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Now I did send it through your text, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna send it through you on Facebook as well.
Okay. Good.
Yep,
Good. All
yep.
right.
All right,
Okay. All right.
all right, Tim.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you later, man.
Yep. Yep. Talk to you later.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right
And
now.
one roar. Yeah.
Roar!
That's a good one. All right. Good night, everybody.
Yes, sir.
Yep.